You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast with Humvee, Ilran, and DJ the DJ.
I remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Should have charged my phone.
Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.
Yeah, what's going on? It's your main man, Humvee.
Ilran is back.
DJ the DJ, what up, though?
J.A. to the Y Young. J. Young if you're slow.
Oh, boy.
On them haters.
Boys ain't.
Don't mess it up.
I was trying to fit it on it. What's going down? 601-641-9474. 601-641-9474. That's the number to call. Leave that voice. I'm sorry.
Leave a voicemail.
I'm sorry.
Boy, that drink
Shit.
biting, boy.
Shit, run it. Sorry, DJ. I'm sorry.
My bad, I don't know what you're apologizing for.
Man, it's the Yeah, I Said It podcast, episode number 83.
Yep.
Rough start, slow finish.
We gonna get there.
If you have an email, send it to us at yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. That's yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, cares, concerns for me, my cohorts, or constituents, please drop us a line. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you feel.
All that. Episode 83. When we get to 100, we got to do like a party or something.
We got to do something. Yeah, we definitely gonna try to find a way to make that episode 100. Something that, something
Very
special,
memorable. Yeah.
very memorable.
Okay, that word. Hey, I've been laying low because I've been sick, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allergies?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the allergies. Everybody say it has to be the allergies because you're getting older.
Right.
And I'm like, I never had, like when that yellow stuff was always on the car every year, I never had a problem with it. But like now,
They call that pollen.
Pollen, yeah.
yeah, the yellow stuff, pollen. I never had a problem with it, like, I guess until now, So when I went to the doctor.
You can definitely grow into your allergy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I did, because I never had it before. And
Right.
then one time I was getting sick, but I wasn't feeling sick.
Right.
I didn't feel like I came down with something, but I couldn't, my nose and stuff and my eyes were itchy and I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And I was like, man, what is wrong? Why I keep having? And then somebody said it's allergies. Like, oh, that's what that is?
Right.
That's like people growing into like asthma
I was like 28.
and stuff. Like you don't.
Or growing out of it, because I
Right.
grew out of it.
Right.
But you can't get it back, though.
Wow.
Man.
That bite
This stuff biting, man.
God.
Damn. Man, who
Shout
this
out to the
episode
Montoyas,
brought by,
man.
Huh?
Huh?
Who this episode brought to him?
Okay,
by?
hold on. Let me
This
get,
shit biting. God damn, Monty, you really?
we gonna get this out the way
It's
early.
the truth.
Thank you, sir.
Damn, Montoya,
It's
shit.
the truth.
This show is being covered by Woodford Reserve, Double Oaked, Barrel Finish Select.
Doop.
Just-
Shoot, I don't even think I could say something because this guy, let me take a sip.
You might not want to do that.
Woodford Reserve, Double Oaked, Woodford Reserve. Don't you choke when you take you a sip of the barrel finish. Is the Woodford Reserve, Double Oaked.
It don't really taste bad, and it don't have a bad taste, but it burns. Damn.
I dig it.
Finished in a second oak barrel.
Shout out to D Montoyas for dropping us off some official Woodford Reserve. I like it. I can dig it.
I can dig it.
Yeah, man, it
Have we ever had- we never had this,
tastes this. It has a distinct flavor. It's strong, but it's not because it's 90 proof that it's strong.
And this is the first time we never had it on the show, right?
It's dark. Not this one. This is a double oaked.
Yeah, it tastes good.
That double oak.
Finished in the second
made
oak barrel. That definitely made a difference.
Yeah, when you double oak it.
2 times.
Yeah. So you want to take notes on this right here. This is good quality stuff right here.
Hey, I'ma still hit him over the head with that differentiate of the whiskey.
Oh, sneeze that.
Hey, before we go any further though, man, we gotta say something for Dr. Martin Luther King. It's the 50-year anniversary of his death.
It's the
50-year anniversary.
50 year.
Yeah, he's been gone 50 years.
Yeah, I seen it on the news where there was, they had the different preachers up there over there at the Landmark at the hotel.
Okay. Yeah.
And dang. Rest in power.
Rest in power to Dr. King.
To Dr. King, man.
There you go, man.
Yep.
He's definitely a life changer for everybody.
It makes me think, like, so who are the Dr. Kings of our generation?
Well, you can't know. You can't know in the moment.
No, you can't know in the moment.
Dr. King
I had
wasn't.
that thought this morning.
He wasn't liked and appreciaed or really popular like in
when
his
he was
time.
alive. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
It takes a tragedy for people to rewrite history. I mean, it's kind of like this. Like everybody had the experience of going to a funeral of a person who you knew was like just an okay person. But then when you get to the funeral, like they're this incredible person,
Yeah,
and you looking at the other people like, did y'all know somebody I didn't know?
That's fucked.
Right.
yeah.
So I mean that magnified a million times over when it's somebody who actually did do, some things that were incredible or things that were noteworthy.
Right.
So, and I'm not taking anything away from who he was and what he did.
No, we get
But
it.
I'm saying like, it's amplified because he was, a man of some character, a man of the people who didn't mind. I mean, because ultimately he did know he was gonna lose his life, and he still did what he did. Yeah, I don't care nothing about his own personal issues. People like to bring that up as a point of contention.
People,
but I
right.
really don't
Yeah.
care.
Man, nobody care about that.
The impact that he had
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And that's what's
and
important.
the changes that he made.
That's what's important. What he was fighting for.
Right.
Right.
His message.
Dr. King.
Message.
So I think some people will be appreciated when they're no longer here.
Right.
I know some people have made some sacrifices and some things like that, and I appreciate all those people.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate Dr. King and his
Yeah.
contribution to Black history in the United States.
Yeah, I gave all those kids something to do for their Black History essay.
Yep. Yep.
It's always a joke with this guy. It's always a joke.
Hey man, gotta lighten the mood. Everybody talking in they late night lover voice and
I'm
everything.
just saying, like we could,
It's Dr. King.
say
we're
something
talking
positive about Dr. King. Besides, he gave all them people.
about. I like the way he talked.
Will you niggas please?
No, man. It's the Boondocks,
Come
man.
on.
Oh, that's the Boondocks
We're not
version.
Boondocks.
Come on, man. You tripping. You tripping, man.
Oh man,
You tripping. Nigga.
what?
Bruh.
What
I mean,
about
what am I supposed to say about Dr. King that ain't
I
been
Have a
said
Dream
already?
speech?
No matter
Man,
if it's been said, man. If it's how
Doctor,
you feel.
that I Have a Dream speech was a fluke.
No, it wasn't.
Damn.
Okay,
man.
okay. Moving on.
Why would you say such a thing?
I like the way Dr.
I
King
didn't. No, the
sings
speech itself
when he
wasn't a
speaks.
fluke.
I had an
Okay.
idea actually for a song.
The whole march on Washington at that point in time was a fluke
Why you say that?
because it started off as grassroots by the people and ended up being detoured by the government.
Right, that don't make it a fluke.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Ah,
That mean it was influenced.
Yeah, by
Yeah,
the people
but
that
it's not- but
you supposed to be
Yeah,
trying to influence them, and in turn they influenced you. Then everybody just went home.
No, that's okay. So, but like, okay, so
that's the same thing as Million Man March.
no, that was intent. Okay, so here's why I say it
What
wasn't
happened
a
after
fluke.
the Million Man March?
They went home.
No. So here's the thing. No. You can't ever say that somebody did something
Asshole,
and then nothing took place after that. Unless you were the person who put it together, right? So, like, we don't have enough information for or against to make that claim, right? You don't.
To some
We
extent.
got information.
No, you don't have enough. You can't make a great decision with poor information. You're gonna make a poor
We
decision.
can find that information on
Is
I ain't
that,
say you
is
couldn't
that what
find
we
it.
doing? Making great decisions?
No, I'm saying, but yeah, if you're gonna say
Making
what
double open
is,
decisions.
you're making a decision. You're not saying what you think. You're saying what is.
I am saying what I think.
Right, but you didn't say that because you got to preface that. You can't just say it.
I don't think that much was accomplished after the March on Washington.
I think a lot was accomplished after the March on Washington.
I think everything that happened was already happening.
Yeah, but that's dismissive.
Is it?
Yes.
I could see it as such in your perspective, but what I'm saying, I read it and I agree with it. The people, oh man, here we go.
Let's go.
God,
He always say he
this-
want to get deep. I was trying to keep it light. Let's go.
all right. The people were like, I'm tired of this government oppressing people and making these laws that keep everybody all twisted up all the time, right?
Right.
Of course, I'm paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
Black people got the low end of everything.
Okay.
We're going to go down and do something. We're going to go to Washington and do something about all these laws that have the colored folks got to have all the worst stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And people start buzzing about it, right?
Right.
Then the government officials start catching ear to this, catching wind of it. So they're trying to figure out who's in charge. Nobody's in charge. This is regular people in the community deciding that we're going to try to do something.
Mm-hmm.
These people didn't have Martin Luther King ahead of them saying, rallying them up to do this. These were people that were just pissed off.
Okay.
So they decide they're going to go to Washington. They end up having a passageway where things were blocked off. They can walk down these streets and, march this way. And the city was basically set up for them to be able to do it, like almost like how a marathon is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's in agreement so far?
Okay.
We listen.
I'm following.
They have people set up to make speeches. They have a podium and microphones and a PA system so people can hear them, right? Mm-hmm. The people in the communities that wanted to do something about all this separate but not equal stuff did not set up podiums and and microphones or walkways or any of that stuff. Bathroom stops.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't set up by the people who were marching.
They was
The
chanting.
people who got to stand up and talk weren't chosen by the people who were marching. So everybody got, what it looks like, everybody kind of got railroaded. Put Martin Luther King in front because he's a face and a name that people respect. Put him in the front, keep everybody calm.
Mm-hmm.
So that they don't go up there and actually tear up stuff. And then everybody goes home happy.
Right. Okay.
Rebuttal time.
No. Okay. So
because I'm not gonna go too deep because it's been a while since I read all of this stuff
Right.
that brought me to this conclusion. But
So you have people who want to make an impact, and they don't have any plan.
none of this was in our show notes, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it goes, baby.
Yeah, it's the best kind.
Right.
So you have people who had an idea, they knew what they wanted as a result, and it didn't have a way by which to get it. Right.
Right.
So how do you railroad what's not going anywhere? They don't have a plan. Right? They just have an idea of what they want as a result. but they don't have a plan. They don't have because you can't take a crowd of people to speak to anybody. Somebody has to be a spokesperson.
Right.
Who was the spokesperson? They didn't have a spokesperson, right? So it was like, it was great intent. It was well intentioned, but it just wasn't thought all the way out.
Right.
So what happened is somebody came who said, look, man, we're going to have to give something. And then I feel like they unknowingly led those same people into exactly what it needed to be. Because they gave it a face. They gave it a name. They gave it some history behind it. That's why even today in school, they still teaching those your kids know about what happened.
Right.
Like, they might not know all of the details, but like, so even though they were trying to do something, they had ill intent, but what happened was something that was. Now, what I will give more information on is that actually his speech was kind of a fluke, because that was not the speech he was doing. Somebody, a famous person, I forget who. I want to say it was
Jesse.
No, it was a lady. No, it was a lady. I want to say it was Maya Angelou, but I could be wrong. But they told him, tell him about your dream. Because he was not, if you listen to the whole speech, he was not saying that originally. He was just up there talking, pontificating. Because he's a preacher. That's what he did for a living.
Yeah.
So, and then she told him, oh, tell him about your dream from the side of the stage. And that's when he went into the I Have a Dream speech. Because that was, he actually, what preachers do is actually they have to write this stuff out. They can't get up there and freestyle every week. So they have to write these different monologues out. And that was one that he had written. And he was able to go into it. So that part of it was.
That part?
Yeah. A fluke. But anyway.
And then everybody went home.
Yep.
Moving on.
All right.
But they didn't do nothing. They did something.
Thank you, Black History. I know I can be what I want to be.
Looking ass.
What's going on? Episode 83 of the Yeah, I Said It podcast.
There go a little history for y'all.
You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. Well, let's go ahead and give us a rundown.
Oh, man. Okay, so Jay Young says he doesn't want to be a part of corporate America anymore.
And maybe this will get him off his phone.
The Rockets are number one. The YouTube lady went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We got some email, voicemail stuff going on. Easter just happened. Fabulous is taking an L.
What we all came here to talk about, though, is Il Rand's new project, Perspective is Everything.
Oh, yeah, and that part.
That's why we here tonight. Oh, and the ribs.
Oh, yeah, we did ribs.
Yeah. That's why we here tonight, child.
Smoking.
There we go.
Yeah, me and the missus made ribs today.
Go ahead and give us a taste test, DJ.
Okay, DJ saved a rib just to eat while we were doing the show.
Give us the taste test. What do you
This
get?
nigga, man.
Man, hey, look.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, man, if you want some ribs done, man, y'all need to come over here to Smoking R's.
You know what I'm saying?
Right on, right
R's
on.
it's plural because both of them in here smoking.
You know,
We ain't gonna give y'all their name, Rand, and with the Eels, we're gonna say it like that.
the eels.
Yeah, they ain't smoking, man. They doing their thing.
If you notice the smacking, it's going down.
Yeah, it got good smoke in it. It has great flavor to it. Now his wife tried something new on her ribs, and I like it. I do, and I understand. We're not gonna go into it, but I like it, and I'm over here definitely enjoying it. So if you hear throughout the podcast, you already know what's going down.
Going down.
Yeah, the ribs came all right, man. I've done better,
Smoke ring was on point.
Yep.
but I did spend a lot of time on these ribs.
Yeah. I smoked some sleepers the other day. But I pat myself on the back, boy. Whew.
You be overdoing them things though, man. It's
What you mean?
Like your intent is like not to have people finish this burger.
Oh, that's 100%. That's the point. Yeah. Okay, it's a burger, and it's stuff.
I think he talked about this.
Yeah,
But I never
it's-
had it.
It's stuff with jalapenos and provolone cheese, And the idea of it is for you to, if you consume the whole burger, you are going to sleep. Hence the name sleeper.
I'm not going to sleep.
Okay.
All right.
Man, you supposed to be in May some, right? For the 100th episode. Let's
100
We can do
episodes.
that.
Yeah.
do some sleepers. We
Wait a
all
minute.
be
Wait.
up here
Wait.
snoring.
Wait. We cannot do sleepers for the 100th episode.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because everybody gonna go to sleep. I'm telling you.
Everybody
Look,
go to sleep?
Listen.
Nobody. You can't perform
Listen.
under that type of pressure.
I'm telling. Look.
Come on, man.
Listen.
Not the
Listen.
kid, bro.
Listen.
Not the kid.
I'm telling you, don't hurt
You're doing the
yourself.
show by yourself.
After the
Not the
episode. After the show.
After the episode.
After the show.
Yeah. Oh, and listen, I ain't no fool. What I do is I cut the burger in fourths, and I eat as such. I'm not finna hurt myself.
Like that.
I'm telling you, no jokes.
That thing
I
is like a
promise
5-pound burger, man.
I promise you,
You
you
act like I
will
ain't never had
not,
shit
that
all in the
before,
will
middle.
not finish the burger.
You act
Listen,
like I ain't never had it before.
Listen.
Well, not
You-
that, but I'm saying a 5-pound burger.
you'll finish the burger.
Wait, you ate a 5-pound burger?
Nah, no, yeah, he lying.
I ain't a 5. What are you talking
You
about?
lying.
I went to what's the spot? Fat Bellies.
Yeah, Big Belly.
Big Belly.
Big Bellies.
Uh-huh.
I knocked one of them down one time.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I don't remember which one. It was a whole lot of burger though.
A whole lot of burger.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, listen, you can eat the whole burger. My son did it before. He's the only person who's ever ate a whole burger, right? And he was like, see, I didn't go to sleep. Like 15 minutes later, out, right? He
Okay.
probably fell asleep
So-
probably about 8:15,
But
right? No, healthy appetite. Like this is one of them kids you eat everything. Listen, when he got up in the morning, he was still tired. He was like, I don't know why I feel like
What's the
this.
time frame after you finish eating the burger?
That can't
Huh?
be healthy.
What's this
It can't be.
expected time frame after you
That's that
finish
red meat.
eating
man.
the burger?
Within an hour.
Okay.
Within an hour. I'm telling
Eat the burger, start the show.
Nah, I mean, we got to
No,
do
no,
it
no,
after
no.
the show. We got
You-
to do it
you
after.
gonna-
Right.
you
No,
gonna-
because he said within an hour.
Listen,
so we
here's the
need to
thing.
knock it out.
No, but here's the-
601-641-9474.
Boy, the end of that show going to be chopped and screwed.
I'm
Boy,
trying to tell you,
it's
and here's the thing about it. It's not that you would, it's not like you can't stay up an hour. But if you're doing natural, normal activities, I guarantee within an hour. This
guess
is not
what?
your everyday activity
Boy,
sitting
no,
around
no,
having a
drive
podcast.
home.
No,
and
sitting
everything,
still is a
man.
normal activity.
But listen, you're going to have stimulation going on, is what I'm telling you. If you're doing your normal activities at the house, chilling, watching TV, just chill,
Cleaning
just,
my building, I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna end up sitting down like fuck this shit.
you'll fall asleep. They're going to wake you up in the morning.
I don't know why I feel like this.
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't remember feeling like this before.
Right.
My homeboy call them Brontosaurus burgers.
Oh man.
Scarface.
Mary
Yeah,
Jane.
yeah. Mary. Dang.
Sounds like a good time.
I want to
For the
try
100th
one.
episode.
On the Yeah I Said It podcast.
I don't want to do it before. I think we should do it after because we still
think
got
we
to
should do it
drive
before.
home.
Oh,
Everything.
okay. Drive.
Yeah.
Yep. You're going to fall asleep on the side of the road.
I fully believe it because of me. Red meat. I know what red meat do to me. You know
I'm trying to tell you, man. It got that tryptophan in
what I'm saying? That stuff gonna have you leaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
You know what I'm
right.
talking about? So I, man,
For the
Never
100th
forget,
episode.
and it's gonna be bacon on there. The brown sugar bacon is gonna.
I kind of like this wood for reserve. man.
Okay. What about the?
yeah, it's getting better now. I don't know why.
It is, yeah,
it's going
it's-
down.
it is,
You got-
yeah.
See,
Nah,
with
yeah.
the, when you drink whiskey, bourbon whiskey like this, some people just do it neat. Shots,
Yeah.
whatever. But the flavor comes with a little bit of water.
Right.
So you have your ice in there as the ice melts. Now, you can't get watered down.
Yeah.
But as the ice melts and cuts it a little bit, you're allowed to taste it more than feel it.
Yeah, I did, like what I said from the beginning. Like it tastes good.
It had that bite.
But it that motherfucker burned.
Made in
Going down,
Versace.
man. God,
Shout out to the shoot from the hip.
man, shout out to Shoot from the Hip, and they hold me
The
down at the office. So,
Montoyas.
man, him and Reese, man,
Very entertaining.
That's a cool dynamic right there, man. It's just two totally
Man,
different ends of the.
I be wanting to
spectrum,
call the
man.
show, man, but
Love
I can't
this
get.
show,
I
man.
can't stop the show to call because I'm still listening.
No, that's what you have to do.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna call.
But I don't want to because I'm
No,
still
no,
listening.
no.
I know. I gotta stop the show.
Call
and call
in
right
and then
then
just
and
get
there.
back to listening.
Right on.
Yeah.
Speaking of, y'all out there listening to our show, you can call and leave us a voicemail with any questions, comments, concerns, or what was the other one? Complaints.
For cohorts.
601-641-9474. That's 601-641-YISI for the Yeah I Said It podcast.
Ooh.
On them haters.
Yeah.
On them boys.
Hey,
Hold on. I want to say something about the Shoot from the Hip show.
yeah.
It's an awesome show. Like, for real.
I love that
Like,
show, man.
Like, I'm a podcast listener, dog.
Right,
like,
right.
That's what I do. When I'm
Yeah.
working, I love having my
Same.
headphones in,
Same here.
listening to a podcast. That's just like, because listening to the podcast, I'm able to just do what I do and not have to focus on anything.
Right.
Like, I just let my mind go, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I love the long shows by Joe Budden, because
Yeah.
I can have
Right.
2.5 hours and I can really get something accomplished, right?
Right.
Now, the opposite of that, listen to Crook's Corner. Did you know Crooked Eye had a podcast?
I did not.
I heard about it, but I ain't
Crooked
listened
Eye
to it.
has a podcast, and it's like,
I need to get another, because I reset my phone so I don't have a podcast app.
Yeah. It might be like 3 minutes to like 11 minutes.
It's like Fat Joe's.
He just talks on one subject. He'll say, like, for instance, man, Crooked Eye. Okay, we said nobody can rap like Royce. Crooked Eye. Dude, he's something
pretty
else.
close.
He's something
pretty
else.
close.
But look,
It'd be hard to rap like Crooked Eye, I can tell you that.
For real. Like, he has a way of breaking stuff down and makes you understand it. Like, he had one show that was like, he's tired of people saying Tupac isn't a lyricist. And he breaks down what a lyricist is. And he breaks down all the ways Tupac is a lyricist. And when you walk away, you got to say, yeah, he was a lyricist. Dog. Like, I'm telling you.
I
Like,
wanna hear that
and,
one.
and
I
listen,
wanna hear
but
that
all his podcasts are short because he comes on, he's like, hey, man, I'm chilling in the backyard, whatever. He records however long he's talking about, whatever subject he's talking about, and it's off. That's it.
Like Coca Vision. He asks the same questions. He has guests.
Yeah.
Fat Joe. He has a podcast.
I've been meaning to check Fat Joe
Nah,
out, man. But Fat Joe, he seemed like the type that
He like Nori.
he gonna talk
Yeah, he does.
through
He
the
does.
whole thing.
He does.
He's getting better because I watched one today and I hadn't watched it in a while because Fat Joe is a lot, right? And like he overtalks his guests and he had these long explanations. And like even when he's bigging somebody up, even if you like the person, you're like, okay, you went too far or you're doing too much, right? But today when I watched the one that he did like a month ago with Bone, it was good, and they went through the whole thing about the name. I started off as Bone Enterprises.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was cool
Yeah, I saw that.
to hear them say it, even though we talked about it on the pod. So and he's getting better at it. He still hadn't got it. And he was like they got a sign, like the producers of the show got a sign like, Joe, you talking to, like, let the guests talk. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
He
That
flat out
helps,
said
man,
it.
because
Yeah.
people
what Nori
who
need.
people who they just talk like they have that personality, they don't know that they're doing that.
Right.
Because I know I'm the opposite.
Right.
So when I notice when I try to talk and I start getting cut off a lot, I just stop talking.
Yeah. I've witnessed that before.
Yeah, and I'll just watch. Because at this point, it's a one-sided conversation. I'm no longer a part of this. And I watch the people who do that, taking over conversations, they never notice that I just fell completely out of the conversation.
Yeah.
They don't know.
I got a homeboy like that. Like, you can get on the phone with him. Okay, you know, I like in the conversation, there's, even though I might be doing the majority of the talking, I got some buy-in from you. Because you'll say, yeah, okay, that's what's up. For real? All right? He doesn't need any of that. He just talks. Like, dude, I've been on the phone with this guy, and in an hour, and I'm talkative. People will tell you, like, I'm talkative. I can't hold a candle to this dude. He just goes.
For real.
You stupid. He just
I was
goes.
saying, like, no, I was, you know, what I'm saying? I was being for real,
Right.
like, for real.
Like, like he just go. Like, I've had him, and I put him on speaker
Yeah.
while I'm painting, and I walked out the room and been gone for 5 minutes and came back, and he's still talking.
Wow.
Literally. Like, you couldn't do that to me because I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna wait for a response from you. And when you don't get it, I'm gonna know that you're not listening, and I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Right.
But he doesn't need any of that. He just goes. I ain't gonna put him on blast. But everybody who know me, who knows him, they know exactly what I'm talking
So
about.
he need to come on the pod and just talk.
Oh no, we won't have no podcast.
No. No.
That's not what you need. Absolute opposite, sir.
I'll stop him.
No, you won't.
You might not be able to.
I'm trying to tell you. You ever heard somebody say, I can't get a word in edgewise?
Right.
He's edgewise.
Wow. Shout out to Edgewise.
You stupid.
Wow.
And Woodford Reserve. This motherfucker is fast
Man,
acting.
It is, man.
better and
Ain't
better.
no bullshit.
Right, you know
No
what I'm saying? It
bullshit. This shit good though. Man,
Shout out to D.
I'm about
Montoya.
good for half a cup. And
this is
For like the third time.
Right.
God.
It's gonna be the Rand / Montoya.
So he put me. So is he putting me on blast? Is he trying to?
Yes, very much so.
That's what you doing?
Yes.
D Montoya's.
Please call in and let him know that he ain't bleak.
Let me know what
For
you're
not,
doing, man.
Showed
Yeah.
you how it's done.
Because I'm
Hold
gonna come
on,
with some
Humpty.
action.
Yeah,
Come with some action.
you better.
I'm not. I'm gonna buy.
Random
That rock-
shit.
Right, you know what I'm
Frying
saying?
Random
Yeah,
shiny
right.
Close
bottles.
his eyes.
Like,
and,
ooh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Like rhythm roulette.
Yeah.
Random shiny bottles. Ooh, that one's
It look
pretty.
good. Yeah, it look like it's gonna be good.
Head ass.
Looking boy.
Yeah, I said it. Episode 83. Shoot.
I know.
I know what that would about.
It feels good.
Man.
Yeah.
That's some nice kicks, DJ.
Thanks. It's the KDs again.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what that was.
Yep. And that's my outfit.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not
Yeah,
ever,
we're not.
you're not ever
big.
gonna get the nice kicks comment.
Yeah, wearing them JJ Watts.
That's a damn shame.
That nigga say JJ Watts.
Oh, those not the JJ Watts, huh?
Yeah, they are.
They are?
Yeah.
Those not the same pair you rest all over the went to Galveston and all that for, are they?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
thinking
No,
about it.
not these.
No.
the other ones. The
But
first
Rand-
ones.
but-
Yeah,
the
that's
first
what I
ones,
was
the
saying.
But yeah, Rand, your shoes look nice, and Jay Young shoes do look nice though. Y'all both stepping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm trying to.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
I'm a whole sneakerhead though. This
Jay's one of them dudes,
Yeah.
man.
I'm a
still a
whole
sneakerhead?
sneaker.
I keep about 3 pair of shoes,
Yeah.
and they're gonna last me a couple of years.
I ain't gonna lie, but them T-Running Rand got on hard, man. They hard. I mean,
I'm trying to go get some all black ones.
they first hit.
I like the gray ones.
98, 99 when them first hit.
Yeah.
I wanted them back then, but I ended up getting the other.
Nah, that was like 2000-ish.
Okay, it was 2000.
Cause my brother had some, Monty had some.
I remember I wanted them bad, man, but I ended up getting something else. But yeah, all right.
So
I can't say your brother name cool like that. Cause you don't say it like I say, cause I enunciate my T's, so it's Monty, and it sounds like really.
I've always said Monty until later on. It just
Money.
because
it
everybody
said like
doesn't-
money, like
Everybody doesn't say
That was a.
Monty.
I thought that's just fair because we always say money.
yeah, like
Y'all did. I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that sounds so fly.
I
And it's
started.
like-
I started saying
You say it sounds so
Montoya's
fly.
when I got grown.
right.
I started it. Messing
Most of the
with
family just say money.
it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
say money. I started saying money.
That's what I'm saying. Sound cool when y'all say it.
I started-
Because when I say Monty, it's like it sound like
I started saying
an old white guy.
Montoya is messing with him.
Why do we have
And
these
it's still-
shows about people that's not here?
I don't know.
We do.
Shout out to Kinfolk, man.
Shout out
for
to
reserve.
That's my other
Montoya.
favorite cousin right there, man. That was-
we gotta have him back on the show.
right on, man.
Yeah, he.
Oh,
he-
and I did talk to Mara, and they are gonna come through.
Bet.
We just gotta set everything up.
Yeah, okay.
Mara and Fred gonna come back on the Gas City show.
Right on.
Thank you. I've been I hadn't been saying it. I've been thinking it more than I've been saying it. But it was like I gotta grab that other mic. I really want to like adjust the studio a little bit to
Okay.
accommodate. Speaking of, DJ Confused might slide through
Okay.
tonight. He was gonna come last week, but last week was like it was just one of those things. Everybody was like, nah.
And then the rain came.
Yeah, the
well,
rain
yeah.
fucked everything go.
Yeah.
It's been what? It's been about 3 weeks since I've been on. About 3 weeks.
Yep.
So,
Because you missed the episode with Crawdad.
yeah, I missed the episode.
Yeah, when Crawdad came through.
And guess what, man? Okay, so look, so Crawdad came through on that Wednesday. That Thursday, I think I talked to him. He had got locked out of his house. Boy, locked out. While he's locked out, you can start doing some work at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like when you are outdoors kid, you know everything about outdoors.
Right.
But when you stop being that person, you kind of lose.
The
You know
instinct.
that right.
Yeah.
And he ended up with Poison Ivy.
Oh.
I ain't heard nobody talk about
remember?
Poison Ivy since
Oh
the
man,
90s,
I've had it
dog.
quite a
No,
few
remember
times.
when we went out to your
Few
grandmother's
times?
house and I got it?
Yeah.
Oh, told me
A
up.
few times,
They,
bro.
they,
yeah.
they did me so
How
bad.
you get Poison Ivy?
They
more than
called me
one?
Right,
nasty
that's what I'm
Nick and
saying.
everything, man.
After you see it the first time and you had that bad experience?
No, we never saw it.
Yeah.
We would be out there running through them fields,
Fields,
back
yeah.
off in them
Gotcha, gotcha.
trees,
Yeah.
and we never saw Poison
I
Ivy.
caught it real bad.
Yeah.
man.
Jay had it so bad.
It was
boy.
all on my neck and
Yeah.
my mom was
God.
mad
Shout out
as
to
hell.
Crawdad.
boy.
See, that's that
Silent
summer we
Assassin.
went camping and all
Right,
that.
right. That was a hell of a summer.
Oh yeah, we had they had that old song. Dad used to put that song on.
Which one?
Poison Ivy.
Ivy.
You'll be swimming in an ocean of calamine lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that pink stuff on. We walk around here like mummies. That pink stuff be all dried up.
Yeah, man. That was a hell of a summer, man.
The show sound like you exaggerating them ribs. I was like, this nigga DJ is like
Oh, get that
he's
ass
smiling and eating.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey, man, I feel great. I've had some good rip. Listen, man, so far, I lost 41 pounds.
I was about to
So,
point that out.
41?
I was about to
41.
point that out.
41?
This boy DJ walked to the door, man. It
Thin
didn't look
man.
so slim, man. I'm like,
just saying,
God
man.
damn, man. My
Yeah.
boy done slimmed up. Like I say,
up.
it's
Gotta
been
keep
about
going.
3 weeks since I seen everybody.
Yeah.
DJ looking slim.
Hey, man.
How do I look?
Like, man, what you been doing?
Why do y'all laughing?
Hey, look,
Damn.
you know what's funny? Whenever
You
I
had to
say,
ask.
hey, look, man. So on the show, y'all check out the podcast, man. It's me, it's Jay Young, Ilran, and Humvee. They say Humvee, and it gotta be big every
So-
time, dog.
So what you been doing? You been in the gym?
Nah, man, I work out at the house,
Okay.
drink water, and then I stop all of the snacking. I just eat my almonds, and I just
There you go.
keep it moving.
There you go.
And
So
it's-
who gonna join me in the gym, man? I need.
I'm
a
with
work,
you, Jay.
I
I'm
need
with
a
you, man.
workout partner.
I'm
go.
in.
Now y'all go get your membership and fitness.
I already
Connect.
got it.
Well, come on, man. I need a workout.
I've been giving them folk
partner.
my money for the last 7 years.
Okay, well, come on with it, man. We right around the corner.
That bitch wasn't even built
Austin
yet.
and Highway 6.
I went and got a membership before they finished building it.
That's my favorite facility too. I love that fucking gym. Man.
I love it.
I like that one. I like the 24-hour fitness behind the Galleria.
What about what's
Oh,
the
yeah,
what's the,
that's-
I love
the
that
new
one, too.
joint with the purple and shit? Is that Planet Fitness?
I don't mess with that. That's for people like. That's almost. I'm a sound messed up when I say it. It's a female gym. It's more. I think it's more for females and stuff.
Okay, I got a question.
Uh huh.
This don't have shit to do with shit, but
Okay.
I saw DJ scratch his ankle, so here's the question. Can you cross your legs?
Oh,
Can you put one knee on top of the other knee?
Yes,
You can do that.
100%.
Can you do it, Jay?
I've always been pretty flexible.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Nah.
You mean
Oh,
like
you
the
talking
old
about
man
like
sit?
this?
One
Oh,
knee.
oh, oh.
This is why we got to get video.
I feel something crunch.
Yeah.
Man.
One knee
Yeah.
on top of the other knee.
Yeah, I can do it. I've always been pretty flexible, though, so that's not.
Can you do
Like
that?
that.
You mean
That's not
I
quite
can't do
it,
it.
Jay.
It's too many wires over here for me to do it, but yeah, I can.
Yeah, you got headphones. and microphone wires.
I'll show you.
I can't,
later.
man.
But actually, the reason why I took my shoe off is because I rolled my ankle because I fell off the stairs.
Oh man.
You fell off the stairs. Did they move?
Yeah, it felt like they moved. I mean, I laughed at myself. I laughed from a good, healthy place.
There you go.
Look, man.
go,
So
man.
I was walking down the stairs, finishing up a job, and I was looking. Okay, you know the valance that goes on the top of the window. It looks like molding, right? So
Right,
I was looking to see if I can reach to put the valance back without getting the ladder. So I'm looking up as I'm walking down. Don't ever look up when you're walking down. Bad idea. You know why? Because you don't know what's going on. So I missed the step, and I hit that bottom and rolled that ankle and hit that wall. Oh, boy.
No.
I laughed so hard at
Say
myself.
roll that ankle.
Did you laugh when it happened?
Oh, I laughed immediately.
Oh, okay.
Like nobody would have known.
know what it
anything.
looked like.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah, I
man.
had the picture in my head. Oh, I laughed from a good healthy place.
Okay.
And then I already knew what I had to do with my ankle. I said, okay, right, as long as I'm moving, I'll be fine. Let me go ahead, wrap it up and elevate it, and I'll be good. And I did.
And then you got to put some potato skins on it.
Yeah, that's to take the swelling out.
So I laughed from a good, healthy place, too, this week.
You try to figure out the potato skin?
Yeah, I'm like, shit, what?
You got to ask Big Joe.
I seen this kid, and he was riding his bike. So you know how you ride your bike and you pass by in your car, people stop and look at you or whatever. So the kid, he stopped. He looking at me. As I'm driving by, I'm looking at him. We looking at each other for totally different reasons. So I'm like, I wonder if he finna see this car. He didn't see the car. That boy ran into the back of somebody's car and flipped over the front of his handlebars. I was
yes, sir.
done.
Oh,
Redman.
I
Like
was,
the
yeah,
Red
just
Man
like the
video.
Red Man
Red Man
video.
video.
I was done.
I was trying to wait till you got it out before I said the Red Man
I
video.
hollered. I was like,
What was that? I'll be that?
I'll be there.
I laughed so hard I was
That shit was
slobbering
classic,
on
man.
myself, man. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
What is that?
Did you have to stop driving so you could laugh?
Yes. Put the car in park and everything. I was done, bro.
And he was riding his bike looking at you like, what you looking at?
Man, that was a shame.
So you finna
Man,
find out.
I looked up, he was gone. I looked up, all out.
Like, damn, you all right?
I couldn't even get it out there. It was just so fucking funny, man. Oh my God. But that was
These
watch out for
ribs
that
are on
tree.
point.
You need that good
Right.
laugh sometimes. Sometimes, man, you just need to laugh hard, not just a nah, you need to
That little,
them tears coming
tears.
out and
yeah.
man, you need one of them kind of laughs. And I hadn't had one of them in a long time.
I had one of them about 4 days ago. When I saw the video of this dude who had probably the worst stuttering problem.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Damn.
That's something your ass would laugh.
Bro, okay, look.
Yeah, man.
Because this shit is too
We're
funny.
not gonna do this.
Fuck this
We
show.
can't do this on Red.
I'm going for
Red,
it.
you know,
derail
this
the whole show.
I'm
this
going
show
in.
is-
Can we do it towards the end?
Hey,
We
I'm
ain't
just
gonna make
saying.
it to the end.
I
No,
thought
we
I
gon-
was the
we
one
gonna
that normally
derail
brought
the whole
the fuckery,
show.
dog. I've been
Ill-Rain.
fuckery free this
Ill-Rain.
whole show.
This is it, and then we're going straight to the list.
Listeners, I want y'all to know I've been fuckery free this whole show.
say fuck with
This show finna derail because of Rand, not
Hey,
Jay.
listen to this, man. If you get you some ill-ran ribs, and you get you some Woodford Reserve, I guarantee you're gonna have a good night. I
Hey,
guarantee.
Yeah,
that
man.
Woodford Reserve.
Bruh.
Yeah, that Woodford Reserve got me chilling.
All right. I'm finna play it.
Yeah,
It's-
Woodford Reserve with a sleeper.
It's going all the way now.
I can't wait to try this sleeper, man. I can't wait.
It's had a positive. And
I'm sorry.
Negative.
Nah, he playing. He ain't for
Not in my life.
If he's not the world's worst stutterer, then 27-year-old Eric May comes close. Every new syllable could
That
set
news
off
reporter
a
did not make it
stuttering
any better.
spasm.
Negative part.
In my experience, he's one of the most severe stutterers I have ever seen. And I've been in stuttering.
I'm not gonna laugh
20
no
years.
more. If you
Hey,
have a
you
stutter
finna laugh.
problem,
Hey, he had
I'm
tears.
sorry.
For 3 million Americans,
He ain't
I've never-
serious,
food
man.
is terrifying. Talking
Ordering
on the
food
phone
is
becomes a
terrifying.
nightmare. And Eric's endured
Just point,
it most
nigga.
of
Just
his
point.
life.
That nigga need flash boy.
6? You need number 6? All right.
Me to participate in any reading exercises.
Most of us use the left sides of our brains to
Hell
process speech.
nah,
But
man.
brain studies show stutterers like Eric often use the right side.
I'm sorry for all
And
the
something
listeners
is wrong with the
to the
wiring that
podcast.
coordinates their speech muscles.
Hell nah, man.
They used to think it was a psychological
Sound like he's
problem
starting a
because it
Toyota
really looks like
Tornado.
somebody's nervous,
Bruh.
and that's where it comes from.
I know I'm
Busy
messing the
Bone.
show
But
up
in
right
the last
now.
20 years, they've done a lot of research, and it's turning out to be a physiological problem.
They showed that nigga whole mouth. They out of line.
There
man.
are
Hey, man.
more male
They showed.
stutterers.
They
He
zoomed
sound
in.
like a car stuff with no
Listeners, man,
carburetor.
They
nigga.
zoomed in on this nigga
So,
mouth on
most
the
researchers
thing.
now
Come on, man.
consider it something you bring into the world with you, rather than something that
Oh, man.
somebody else
And this
produced,
this
like a
this,
parent,
this report
There's
ain't
more.
helping.
some kind of a psychological reaction.
Yeah, he ain't helping.
Let me
Eric.
ask you a few questions.
Ah,
okay?
don't do it.
You said you wanted
Don't
to
do
be a
him that,
professional
man.
basketball player. What teams have you played for, Eric?
Well, my first year, I played in.
Y'all wrong. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. This ain't funny. Red, you out of line,
to
dog.
break the cycle.
Now they just need a guy to come in.
Slap that nigga. Say it.
My first year, I played in.
This is now Eric's 4th attempt.
See that damn news report.
Dog, see, he hoeing him, dog.
This is Eric's.
Imagine that at a job interview.
That nigga hoeing him. That nigga hoeing him, dog. Imagine that at a job interview.
man.
He hoeing him, man. That whole ass news report ain't shit.
Are you good, man?
He ain't shit,
Hey, look, when I was in
dog.
college, it was this dude named David. And he lived with this dude named Khalid.
Oh, man.
And Khalid used to stutter. And David, whenever he would stutter, David would say, "Man, let the clutch out." Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody flood the carburetor. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell him let the clutch out.
Y'all wrong.
That news report was bullshit,
My
huh?
first year in the league, I played for
Yeah,
Hey, you know what you got to play under there, right?
What?
Joe featuring Mystical. Stutter.
Oh shit.
Y'all wrong. This is wrong on so many levels, y'all. I just want y'all to know I did not laugh not one time.
And I did.
I
Stuttering
did not
is a
laugh.
severe speech impediment.
It is.
And we do not.
That was terrible. I've known people that had stuttering problems. I know people
I
that had
didn't
stuttering.
finish my sentence.
Yep.
And
Rand and Humvee was laughing the hardest.
I
y'all.
was.
definitely.
If
not.
we had
You gonna sit here and act like that wasn't funny?
it wasn't funny. It
Well,
wasn't
what team
funny.
did you play for?
Motherfucking lie.
As a child of God,
Ooh.
took it down. I went
Nah.
there with it.
Hey, bro.
As a son of the Most High.
Talking about
I have my own issues that I can laugh at myself, as most of us do or should.
yeah.
If you stutter like that, would you laugh at yourself?
Then, no,
you out of line?
no. Look,
You
I'm
outta-
gonna
Rand,
tell
you
you why.
insensitive.
I'm gonna tell you why it's okay for me to laugh at this.
Rand's insensitive. Dog.
He had to
He is.
sign off on something
Fuck about nobody.
for them to do this and air this
He definitely
interview,
did.
They was definitely wrong for zooming in on his mouth,
bro. That it was.
That was fucked up.
So they said the dude was 27 years old.
Wow.
If he didn't think that somebody was gonna laugh at him, he hadn't been real with himself for the last 27 years. That's why I don't mind laughing. Now I don't laugh at people in their face for stuttering. I don't find it that funny, and I don't know if it would be that funny. But if you can't call a taxi because you got a stuttering problem,
Shout out to Harlem Night.
I just want to say one thing.
these niggas ain't get it.
I want to say one thing.
I got you.
Come Friday,
I want to say one thing.
Somebody is gonna get not
you about to be a rich nigga.
I want to say one thing.
get not the bleep out.
Listeners, I want y'all to call in and tell us who the most insensitive member of this cast is.
Oh, I already know who that is.
I already know who that is.
I just want it to be confirmed.
Jay,
It's definitely not me.
is it me?
Yes, by far.
Yeah, it's you, bro.
I'm by far the most insensitive
It ain't even
member.
close.
I haven't done that but one time. He's done it about 3 or 4 times. That's Humvee.
Yeah, but we got a history of being insensitive.
You
on
do,
this
man.
show.
I'm sorry.
I?
You ain't an
Yes.
insensitive.
Let's all refer to a regular old beating.
I knew that was coming.
You are an insensitive.
You out of there, boy.
I changed my mind for it ain't even close to Humvees around in a close second.
Yeah.
The more he does that, the
You
closer he is.
tripping. You tripping right now.
Dang,
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Speaking of me being insensitive, Easter just passed.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Then he goes to Easter.
That's a
Lord.
heck of a segue.
Let's say a prayer for this fool.
A heck of a segue, right?
Like some shit.
A heck of a
I'm gonna tell a
segue.
quick story, then we
Lord,
gonna move
forgive
on to the
him
next
before
thing.
he died. No,
We ain't
no,
talked
no,
about
no, no.
we ain't talked about no music.
I got to get in on this. Go
Forgive
ahead.
We gotta talk about the
child.
music.
I got
Forgive
you.
him.
Go ahead.
Forgive him. He don't know. He don't know no better.
Go ahead, oh ill one.
I like loose.
I gotta wait for Jay to finish his prayer.
I'm done. I know he finna say some shit.
I like loose booty.
Okay.
Let me see. I like
Wait,
booty too.
whoa.
Shit, hold on, show over.
Whoa.
Show is over. I'm the resident ass man of the show.
I'm talking about Easter.
Sorry.
Now, let me
And
shut
then
up.
all I hear through my headset is,
I like loose.
I like loose booty.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it is disrespectful.
I'm finna blame all this on Wilford Reserve.
Man,
Hey, look,
Wilford
man, we
I
had,
just pulled up again.
we had 50 minutes.
That shit good.
I'm
than a
telling you
bitch,
now.
though. It get easier.
I'm
as
telling you now.
As you sip it.
You gonna
man.
cut off like
Jay.
Crooked Eye, huh?
I hope you do cut off because I'm trying to go to bed at a
Humvee.
reasonable hour.
DJ,
Yo,
we will not be here until the morning.
Well, I sure hope the hell not.
I think we will.
Rand, if you don't say some bullshit,
'Cause we got-
You already finna
feel-
derail the show, right? You
I
finna
feel
take
in
us,
my soul.
he finna take us on a
shit.
15-minute diatribe
Rand finna
right
say
here.
some
Watch.
shit, dog. Go on.
This is all I said.
Don't
I know
scroll
DJ
off.
got something to say about it. Okay. Humvee, turn your goddamn ring off.
No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't?
No, that wasn't.
You the only one with your phone in your hand.
Yeah, but it
So I'm at my dad's house, right?
Right.
Oh shit, another fool.
The original.
The
Rand is the remix.
The original fool.
So we at the house. Kids got Easter eggs, right? They dyed eggs, I think. No, that was before they dyed the eggs. This was Saturday. My mother-in-law comes by. Dad's barbecuing, as usual. And this year, Easter was on April Fool's. Right. So Trey said something, some kind of little prank. Nothing big, nothing serious. My mother-in-law says, I don't think you should do April Fool's pranks on Easter. That is it's disrespectful to Jesus.
Okay.
Now I don't know if I'm wrong for saying this or not.
Oh God.
Which probably means he's wrong for saying
Should,
it.
should I have not said that?
Can we
Should I leave
No, go on.
his
go on,
family
say
off limits?
Go ahead.
Say it. Say it.
It's the Y'all Said It show.
Yeah, ain't nobody off
can't not
limits,
say it.
man.
Because I don't want to make it look bad.
Can we say a
episode-
silent prayer before you say this shit?
Episode 83. 83.
Preferably we make it to 84.
601-641-9474.
Y'all
Tell-
Said It pod at gmail.com.
Yeah, tell me. We're going to do this. We're going to go to the voicemails. And because we don't know how far we're going to go with this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, call 601-641-9474. Let me know if I was wrong. Or if I shouldn't even be talking about this. But anyway, Trey was having fun. Trey's 12. He's having fun. He's joking around. And when I saw his face change and him sit down, I was bothered. Because this kid who was having fun with April Fools was just told, you can't have fun with April Fools because Jesus might get mad at you. That's what I heard. That ain't what she said, but that's what I heard. And I'm sitting in front of a table full of colored eggs. So I say, how is him making an April Fool's joke when it happens to be Easter more disrespectful than these colored eggs we're sitting here with? And she says, oh, the eggs are just for fun. They're for the kids. The eggs are for fun, but April Fools can't be. Jesus gonna be upset that you made an April Fool's prank, but not about you celebrating Easter and colored dyed eggs and chocolate rabbits. And she tried to justify it. Of course, I wasn't letting up on it because I just saw with my son, my firstborn, the third,
Right.
tried to have fun and got shut down.
You being a good father at this point.
I was bothered.
Yeah. You just, you protecting your child. I'm not mad at that.
Right.
And it wasn't that big of a deal, but you can't
You
stand on.
you seen the joy go out of his face.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not easy as a parent.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
Yo, you sitting here with Easter eggs.
Right.
Talking about being disrespectful to Jesus on Easter with Easter eggs. Like that has anything to do with Jesus.
Right, but like, okay,
so I'm just saying that's all I want to say about it. But I'm not gonna go too deep on it because I don't want to.
No, okay. So first, I'll say that your setup made it seem like it's gonna be way worse.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But I know some people. You know, I say things about these holidays, and some people get it, and a lot of people they never heard it that way before.
Right, because so that's because people can't differentiate, between what it is that they've always heard and believed and anything else. What I tell people all of the time, man, the hardest thing to get somebody to understand is something that they're emotional about. When you add in the emotion to it, that's what makes the person shut down. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you talk to a person about their history, family history, things that they've been taught by their parents, be it religious or otherwise, it's hard for them to separate, because who wants to think that their grandmother or great-grandmother, those people who they just love and hold in high esteem, was just wrong, ill-informed, or ignorant. Like, it's hard for them to accept those things, so they just push away from it, right? If you're trying to get somebody to change the way they eat, you cannot come to them with fire and brimstone. It would not work. Right. You can't just call them fat, and that's not going to work, because they'll get emotional about what it is that you said, and they'll have a good rebuttal or a good retort to what it is that you said, right? So when you try to talk to a person about Easter as a Christian thing, and then you try to separate that from the way that the world celebrates Easter, it becomes emotional for them, because their mother allowed them to dye eggs, so they can't separate the two to be able to look at one as true to form and another one as pomp and circumstance, right? So that's just where that is. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate, as a father myself, I appreciate you standing up for Trey when you saw that he felt defeated in that moment. Mm-hmm. He felt like things weren't going his way, and you stepped in. So he needs to see, like, so that's what I get out of everything, is just that as a child, like, you need to see your parent step in for you when you aren't in the wrong. See, because like what happens, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk, but let me say this real quick. Because what happens a lot of times when you're talking about the juvenile system or you're talking about the educational system, parents come up to the school or go to a detention hearing at court, right, when their child is in the wrong, and we trying to say something because we just don't want them to get in more trouble. But in this situation, when it's family and he is safe, right, he in this safe space, when a family member speaks out against your child and the child isn't doing anything wrong, they need to know 100% that my parents got my back.
Right on. Okay.
And I know we weren't going there, but I'm just saying.
Here's a quick segue. It's not really a segue. None of this shit got nothing to do with nothing. The Rockets are number 1. I'm finna go open the door for somebody.
Okay. So I know what that means. I mean, he don't really care about sports, so he don't care about
the Rockets.
What that mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what that means.
Big salute to the Rockets. Dang, man. All right, so let me start out by saying big salute to the Rockets for being number 1 in the league. Mm-hmm. You know, James Harden, once again, another season of phenomenal basketball.
Yes, should be his 3rd MVP.
Yeah, he really needs to get MVP. I'm hearing whispers of LeBron James, who's also having a phenomenal season. Right. Come on, man. This season, James Harden is the clear-cut MVP. If he don't get it this year, I can't help but think it's something, some forces, some people working against him.
Right. So, first thing I'll say is that some years back, James Harden should have won the MVP. Mm-hmm. He didn't. He lost it to Steph when Steph won his first MVP.
Right.
All right. The reason why they said James Harden didn't win the MVP that year is because Steph had a better record. Mm-hmm. Okay. 2 years later, James Harden having a phenomenal year. Russell Westbrook broke the triple-double record, and he averaged a triple-double for the season. He had a worse record than James Harden.
Stat pad.
And then he wasn't allowed to. James Harden didn't win the MVP last year because they said, Westbrook had this phenomenal year, even though he didn't have a better record than Harden. Exactly. This year, Harden has clearly the best record in the league, and they're talking about LeBron James. I like LeBron James. I just like basketball, period.
Me too.
But here's what I'll tell anybody. If LeBron James would have had the same record that James Harden had, mm-hmm. and putting forth the same effort as far as output, as far as points and all of that,
right.
and James Harden had had LeBron's record, nobody would be making the case for James Harden that he should be the MVP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know that that's false and erroneous.
Right.
But as far as James Harden and the Rockets being number one, I'm appreciative they got 63 wins at this point with 4 games to go.
Right.
So they broke the franchise record. You know what I'm saying? They broke the league record with the most three-pointers made. They're just out there doing their thing. And really, like, if you think about the fact that this team has already won 63 games with 4 games to go, so they could win 67. And we had a 4 or 5 game losing streak when Chris Paul didn't play.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they really was on pace to, like, at the least tie the 72 and 10 record.
They gonna get it.
They can't get it.
I mean, the 67.
Yeah. I mean, if they play everybody, we don't know what they're gonna do. But I'm just saying, like, so that's what the team was pacing to do. Like, it was really pacing to do something historic. And I know I hear a lot of people talk about, especially talking heads or media types. They'll talk and they'll say, well, it depends on what they're gonna do in the playoffs. No, it doesn't. You got to learn how to appreciate the journey, dog. Like, when you put your all into something, it doesn't matter how people feel about what it is that you did, or if you get the grand prize at the end of the day. Like, as recording artists, you can't make an album, it be a great album, and then you lament the album not being Grammy Award winning album. Like, that's not the way that goes. So you just got to appreciate the journey.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the measuring stick.
Right.
Yeah.
So I understand I understand that we do play to win a championship. But still, if you have a phenomenal season, it's just that it's a phenomenal season.
Just give them
because the
props.
season starts over when the playoffs start. Right. So it's something totally different. So whether we win, now again, my expectations is to win. Yeah. I'm not letting my team off the hook. I'm not making any excuses for them. But I'm saying, like, you can't have a great season and lose in the playoffs. Like, those things are
It happens all
exclusive.
the time. It happens all the time.
Right. So you just got to appreciate the journey. So and that's what I'm doing. I appreciate every win. Because this is my squad. This is the only team that I love. Everybody else I like a lot. Like, I like the Astros a lot.
Big shout out
but
to the
I love
Houston
the
Rockets.
Yeah, when I got married, my wedding cake was a Rockets cake. So.
Wow.
I would say this, as a Spurs fan, first and foremost, the Spurs is the only team I would root against the Rockets.
Right.
Any other team they play in this world, I'm going for the Rockets.
Right.
You know, I mean, man, come on, man. It's H-Town, like, you know, all that shit, man. I love this shit.
Now, look, we just had Ilran on wax a few minutes ago say that this show was not going to be a long show. We're not going until in the morning.
Right.
And then we just have one of our most illustrious guests come back into the fold, and he gonna come and he gonna do what he do. So I already know this show is going to be at least an hour and 40 minutes now. Shout out to DJ Confused back in the building, man. DJ Confused, come on, DJ Confused, don't let us down, man.
I mean, unless you want me to go there.
Yeah, man, come do what you do.
Know.
That's why you're here. Okay. You came all the way over here to do it.
That's true.
All right, hold on.
What's up?
Hold on a second.
But I'm too low.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ain't no feed.
He's trying to get you right.
Yeah, I hadn't figured this part out yet.
Oh, damn it, man.
Damn.
Yo.
Check.
Am I there? Am I here?
I don't hear you in the phone.
Oh, you don't hear me in the phone? Yeah, I don't hear me.
Yeah, you might have to get more on the mic for this one.
Yo.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm about to say, you got it switched on over there, right?
There it is.
Yeah.
My nigga.
All right, can y'all hear me?
I still can't hear you in my earphone. I heard this switch pop on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nothing.
What's that?
It sounds like I
Yeah,
can get myself.
Okay, yeah.
You in there now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It took a second to click on.
Yeah.
Shit, I was about to start tripping. I'm like, man, come on. But nah, man, I had hit up Ren. I had been out of town for like 2 months and shit.
Welcome back.
And I'm fresh off the J. But nah, I told Ren, man, I actually wanted to talk about this damn Tyler Perry movie.
I still ain't seen it yet.
Hey, man.
What is it called? Macaroni?
Acrimony.
Acrimony, okay.
That
Hey,
crazy.
no bullshit. This got to be Tyler Perry's greatest film ever.
So it's good.
I'm not even I'm a fan of bad movies.
Right.
Uh-oh.
So,
What do you consider a bad movie? What's a bad movie?
I watch
Alone in the Woods.
Nah, I watch movies like real technical, so I be looking for like certain directors and shit. I'm looking for certain mistakes, certain things, but it don't necessarily mean like it's gonna be horrible. It's just bad in a way that it's entertaining as hell.
Right.
I got you.
And it's funny. And like honestly, man, this movie's funny.
It's a good bad movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good bad movie. And really one of the reasons why it's a good bad movie is because Tyler Perry has gotten to the point where he clearly does not give a fuck about his audience no more.
Wow.
Golly.
I mean, no bullshit.
The hell with my core.
All right, so he was on
So Madea need to come back in the movie.
Nah, man. He was on Seth Meyers, Late Night with Seth Meyers, like a week ago doing his press run, him and Taraji. And actually, when Seth said something about Madea, his words were, I'm killing that bro at the first chance I get. But he says every time he try to put the character to rest, that's all people ask for. And like the way he answered it is kind of like, you could tell he tired of the shit. Look, the man got his own damn complex in Georgia. He done got his Black Panther money. He ain't trying to mess with Madea no more.
Right. Yeah. And maybe he need to give it to somebody.
And so, and really what makes this movie so damn funny is, like I said, he turned all the Tyler Perry tropes on his head. And actually the movie is more geared for us to enjoy it. It's not like the typical, oh, you can count by the numbers what the fuck's gonna happen in a Tyler Perry movie. Like, we actually, like me personally, I was laughing my ass off throughout most of the movie. And then like the last 10 minutes, I lost it. I was in that, I was laughing so hard in the movies, I had tears in my eyes. Cause it's
I just had a moment like that right before you got here.
Oh, about what the fuck Rand was laughing about?
Oh, Lord.
You don't want to hear it.
Somebody with a horrible speech impediment.
Man, you not talking about that damn stuttering video.
That one.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Yeah, that you can't tell me that wasn't funny though, man.
My first team was the...
Man.
Nah, baby, don't do that. And
you see?
Nah,
he came in and said, don't do that.
Nah,
See?
because you know what? The way people set that video up for you to watch it, it's right at the most fucked up part about it. Like, that interview could have possibly been like 10 minutes before that actually happened.
Yeah.
But everybody play it like right when a nigga do that shit, and it just throw you off, and you ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. Like,
they zoom in on the man's mouth and stutter. They cold, man. It's a cold game,
not only did they zoom in, they started panning around the nigga face and shit.
Right, man. Like, come on, man. Don't do
around somebody. Panning around your face is crazy.
What am I supposed to do?
Cause I ain't never seen no kind of video where they showing somebody something wrong with them and they start pulling out camera tricks and shit. Like
yeah, they was getting their cinematography on.
Right.
Yeah, but like with the Acrimony movie, man, it's funny because I saw it when I saw it. The whole theater was sold out, right?
Right.
And pretty much, like half of the movie is seen one way and half of it is another. I'm gonna try not to do spoilers because I don't know who may have seen it, who may be interested in seeing it. But the movie starts out as one thing.
Right.
And as you watch it, you realize it's not what you're looking at.
Right.
And then, this was the funniest part to me why I was laughing so much. The first part of the movie, all you heard was women in the theater like, oh, this nigga ain't shit. He ain't nothing. Right. I done dealt with niggas
Shout
like
out to
this.
Rashida.
I done dealt with men like this before.
Yeah.
That's all you heard was a whole bunch of mm-hmm. But once the movie hits to the point where you start really seeing what's going on, women was quiet as church mouse in the theater, and you can start hearing men giggling and laughing throughout the movie. Now, the reason why I said I was laughing at the end, because the shit just turned into totally something else, and it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm a refrain from giving spoilers, but what it really, the whole theme of the movie was everything, and I mean every fucking thing was really her fault.
Yeah.
But that's what made the movie so funny, watching it with an audience, because there's a lot of women that fell for the first part and they got caught up in that shit. So it's like, oh, this nigga ain't shit.
Which is intent on his part.
What's that?
which was intent on his part.
Oh yeah. The way the movie is
to
written,
get them to buy in to this is the typical thing, to get them emotionally invested, and then that way when he flip it on his head, it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
take that.
Yeah, dope.
It's like I wouldn't, because it's kind of like Tyler. I wasn't expecting this shit. I wasn't expecting it either. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of his movies because I think it's not necessarily the messages of it, but they all have a certain formula. Like by now, like it's like, damn man, you keep making the same movies. Like it's almost like that Boondock skit from season 3.
Yeah.
From that band episode.
I got you.
So it was like that, but like actually watching this shit, like it was very entertaining to see an entire theater of women just have like this adverse reaction where shit just wasn't funny anymore.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now I gotta go see the movie.
Yeah,
for real.
I highly recommend it. From bad movie shit, but
It's like they were watching Waiting to Excel at first, and then it just flipped on his head.
Yeah, it just turned on his head, and I have to give Tyler Perry props for that one.
Shout out to Tyler.
I'm going tomorrow.
I was thoroughly.
Let DJ Confused score your next movie.
Yeah, I was now. If you want me to find songs like some Tarantino shit, cool, but like. Man, I can't play an instrument and make a beat to save my fucking life.
Yeah, but you can just hire the people to do it. Hey, you do this.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
That's real.
All you gotta do is delegate.
Yeah, that's it. You ain't gotta do it, you just gotta make sure it get done.
Yeah, cause Chill actually did something for Tyler Perry before, but I can't remember what movie. And nigga told me how much he got paid for it.
Oh, yeah?
And I think if you produce, you should damn sure go score some movies. Because if you could get paid, if you can get paid damn near 9 stacks for 30 seconds worth of music.
Yep.
Because a lot of
Chillaruski, man, what it dooski, man.
A lot of the films.
The famous line. Chillaruski, man, what it dooski, man.
It will never die, but yeah. I'm kind of glad that I am back. It's been a long ass time.
Where'd you go?
Man, I was doing some IT work for General Electric appliances for like 2 months. Yeah. I had to go to Oklahoma City, Arkansas, and Louisiana and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, Confused ain't been on the show since like the 5th episode.
Yeah, I know.
We on 83 now. Nigga, you done disappeared for 80 episodes. 79, 78 episodes.
Been having shit to do.
Right.
God. Well, welcome back, man.
No, I pop in and out, but I always love being
that was one of our most downloaded episodes too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. What, the shit with me just rambling on, complaining about shit?
Yeah.
Well, we got something you can jump in on.
What's that?
Because we got Jay Young finna complain about being out there in corporate America. And so you can chime in on that.
Oh yeah, I damn sure got some shit.
We gotta let
that.
Jay vent his frustration. Go ahead.
You got 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh, you're on.
I'm sick of this shit, y'all. Right. I'm sick of corporate America.
Tell them why you mad.
I'm finna tell them. I'm sick of corporate America.
Yeah.
I'm sick of sitting in traffic, going to and coming from work. I'm sick of getting to an office full of motherfuckers that don't look like me, that don't share common interest that I have, and working towards shit that I could give a fuck less about, but I gotta act like I care. Cause the money good. This whole journey in corporate America has only made me realize that money is not that important to me. My happiness is more important to me than money. I done had a natural bankroll from this corporate shit.
Yeah.
And I was still fucked up on the inside. I'm say was. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
I'm sorry, sensitive ass nigga, man.
Hey nigga,
Got some tissue?
I can't play the fucking violin.
Hey man,
It
Get that shit out.
savage.
It ain't about no motherfucking violin.
Savage.
I'm sorry,
But
dog.
but you know
Ain't
what?
this your favorite cousin?
He been like this whole life.
But nah, man.
This ain't do.
I mean, I can kind of add to it because I like me, like I said, I do IT when I'm not
Look like
being a fucking music junkie, DJ, fucking bad movie watcher, whatever. All right.
Bad movie watch.
So just to add on in the corporate shit, being in IT, of course, I always get you don't look like an IT guy.
Oh shit, I get it too. I tatted up.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck one supposed to
You
look
don't
like?
work. Yes, I do, nigga.
Is that like when people tell us we didn't look like rappers? We look like we
yes,
sing
that's
R&B?
exactly like that.
Yeah, but it's like what the
Like,
fuck?
so
is
you
it?
sing?
You get that. You're so well spoken, bitch. Fuck you and your mama. How the fuck I'm
they
supposed to
tell you
talk,
that?
bitch?
No,
They say that shit all the
They
time.
would literally say
You so
shit like
well
that.
spoken. You suck my dick.
As opposed to what?
How's that speak? How that sound? You like that?
Yeah, we all go to
M-Dab,
school.
ho shit.
We all go to school to learn English and how to
Right.
structure sentences
Straight
and
up.
paragraphs and all that old shit. Like, what the fuck is we supposed to do? Like, for real. Or, like, I've been in conversations where I'm sitting and talking to people and shit. Like, I know what anime you talking about, motherfucker. Like, nigga, I like watching the fucking Marvel shit on Netflix and all of that. And they just seem to be impressed. It's like, then they hit you with one of those, oh, you're not like the rest. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got that one. I got
Like-
that one. You're not like the rest, bitch. Kiss my ass for
Nah, it's
I
like-
bring the rest in here and we whoop everybody.
Nah, for real, cause it's like what is the rest? Like I can't have interest. It's like what niggas do you know? It's
I
like
have
man,
black friends.
You
yeah,
watch
yeah.
Naruto?
well, you know, black friends equate to I have one black
One
guy
nigga.
that kind of acts like me,
Totally.
and I haven't never really interacted with a black guy like you.
A real nigga.
So just so I won't sound too offensive, I'll tell him I have black friends, but that really means one. Like this nigga.
I mean, because
One.
you know Jeffrey is married to a black woman, so I do have black friends.
Oh man, I done ran into one of them too. Motherfucking.
Happy Friday, bitch. Kiss my ass. I gotta see your whole ass Monday. Fuck you, nigga. I'm tired of this
DJ.
shit, man. Like, for real, because man, the thing is, like, man, just like I said, I ain't happy doing this shit.
What industry? are you
It's
in?
not fulfilling doing that. I'm not fulfilling oil and gas.
Oh, you really got it bad.
Yeah, fuck oil and gas.
Nah, cause you in the number one good old boys industry.
Yeah,
White
full
collar.
of them, full of them, full of them.
And see, and the shit is almost. It kind of reminds you of being.
You
it's
work with Tobias and them.
Man,
But you know, honestly, that shit like being in Get Out.
yeah,
For real, because
yeah.
like
yeah.
just normal conversations will leave you feeling like, is this nigga like really being racist or am I tripping? Like, is it me? Is
Am
it
I
him?
just sensitive?
Yeah, exactly. You start wondering like, what the fuck is? You just question everything being around them.
Damn, that ride home was a motherfucker, huh?
It is, man. This shit is. This shit'll piss you off. Like,
Man, every day, it's just daily. It's some shit that happen every fucking day. And I think I just reached my breaking point. Like, man, I don't want to do this shit no more.
man, it sounds like you about to reach the nigga apex.
Nigga finna go sell dope. That sell dope ape.
Nah, not to sell dope. It's just
It's one higher than the sell dope ape.
nah. It's the nigga apex is when you cannot contain the inner nigga in you at the workplace anymore.
It's been seeping out. It's been seeping out. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I mean by seeping out.
This show is taking a turn.
I'm finna tell you about seeping out. You know, you'll be doing something like I'm pulling reports, and I'm going through the report, and I say something, fuck this whole ass shit. That's the nigga seeping out. Nah, I see some shit on this whole ass shit. God damn, man. Oh shit, let me catch myself.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
You
Walter
better.
over
Hi,
there
Julie.
looking at me.
Yeah, for real.
Beverly,
Before you end up part of the Me Too movement,
right,
Shout out to Beverly.
Yeah,
right.
you gonna have Beverly.
Beverly is a real person.
Yeah. Beverly gonna be in HR. Yes, I was sitting next to him, and he called me a hoe.
Yeah, some shit like that.
And then he
man.
said something about my ass too. It was weird. Like, bitch, mind your business. Stay on your side of the cubicle,
Them
Beverly.
motherfuckers do not. They do not mind their own business.
I saw some
man.
scribbling on his desk.
Yeah.
It said podcast. It said
Yeah. He
Listen,
just
man, everything you do, you are
Stay on
under
your side of the
constant
cubicle.
scrutiny
Yeah.
in these offices in these facilities, when you look how we look and you talk how we talk, man, you automatically gonna be under scrutiny. Everything you do is gang related. What? He blew his nose. Bitch, my allergies acted up. I can't blow. Like some shit, like for real. Like, it's like that. It's like that.
That's the shit that they gonna sit
it's
around
like that, man.
in the coffee room and start discussing.
It's like that. When they had the little lunches and shit, and we're all going to fucking, I don't know, some
They going
fucking
to Tree Bear.
Yeah. We're all going to lunch.
Right, a bland place.
They gonna invite everybody in that motherfucking me office except your black ass.
What?
Oh, they gonna skip right over you.
Or they
gonna skip right over you.
And if you said that sentence that you just said, they would be so loud. Mother bleeping me. What?
Yeah. What did I do? Was it me? Did I hurt your feelings? Like, should we have a meeting about
If y'all
this?
have a Christmas party, do they tell you to sing and bring the soul?
Or when they do have
Bring the soul.
Right.
or when they do have lunch, they want to be all fucked up and ironic and shit.
Hey,
It's like,
man.
and then they'll approach him about it first. That's when you know they're gonna do something fucked up for lunch. And be like, hey, we were all thinking today that we were going to eat some chicken.
Hey, he talking. That's really happened to me.
But it's like,
That has actually happened to me in real life.
and I'm like, but it's like you be on some Dave Chappelle shit. It's like, who the fuck don't like chicken?
Yeah,
Like,
that was my response.
And
That was my response. Everybody eat chicken. Fuck out my face.
and then you
Why
got
y'all didn't offer me no dessert? All we had was pumpkin pie.
yeah. We don't do the sweet
We
potato
don't do
thing.
sweet potato pie.
I know what that is, guys.
So it be days, man. You just be ready to just whoop everybody in there. Like, dog.
Oh,
just
man.
leave me the fuck. Today was one of them days for me.
Okay.
Today I wanted to whoop everybody at the facility.
Okay, so I'll tell you
Check
this.
that off the list.
and whoever came to pick them up.
And a fight go with
On the way home, I'm whooping niggas in the parking lot too. Like, hey, shit.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Stressful.
If you want to leave, definitely leave. But never make a decision when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired.
No,
It
no,
sound
yeah,
like
you
was
can't.
angry.
You can't.
So,
It's an
wait.
emotional decision.
Yeah,
and I
let
don't
cooler
make
heads
emotional
prevail.
decisions.
There you go.
Yeah.
But see, that's why
I've made decisions in a lot of those
Yeah.
that you just said.
But see, this
And I don't like those decisions.
You know, my emotions are high right now, and I just need.
I don't
a
make a lot of
platform
emotional
to vent.
decisions.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I
This
just
is the
needed a platform to vent.
sure.
to let other
Let it out.
to let
the
other
like-minded
minorities
people.
know.
Yeah,
Damn
Yeah.
it, we know exactly what you're going through. When you're
Fred,
at
this
work.
is for you. Fred,
because
Fred a CPA
in a
at a
position
Fortune 500 company.
in the position I work
Same
in,
thing.
I already know.
98% of the time, I'm the only minority in the room. On top of that, I'm probably, if not the youngest, among the youngest people in the room.
And
So it doesn't make for the funnest work environment.
look, and
at all.
I bet I got another one too.
Yeah.
And I bet you the biggest
Yeah.
in the hugest, and you probably
Yeah.
taller than everybody.
Yeah. Taller than everybody in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
'Cause I be,
Taller than
nah, I get
everybody.
this shit. Man, it's
Yeah.
almost like a way of life for me. Like
Right.
any project I start on, I'm stereotyped right off the bat.
Yeah,
as soon
me
as the
too.
motherfuckers
Y'all are
leave.
some big scary black guys.
Hey, guy, can you empty that trash can? No, sir, I'm here for IT. I don't empty trash cans. Sorry.
It don't even get to that. I just look. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like, nigga, shit, I'm looking for the coffee pot. Like, I'm tired of shit. I'm trying to stay awake. Nigga, I'm finna make me some Starbucks shit in here. And you sitting here
And then niggas
being all scared and
these
shit.
old white women look at you as if you some kind of fucking experiment or some shit. Like,
so
No,
big.
that's because they finna go home and tell their
come
husband.
rub your
about you.
arms. Good bitch. Me too. Bitch, what?
They rub
Don't
your
touch
arms,
me.
Jay?
They rub my arms. They read my tattoos. They everything.
Why are you at work in the corporate America showing your tattoos?
I wear polo shirts.
Wear long sleeve polos, Jay.
It's hot to the bitch. You live in Houston, Texas, like me.
Jay, you're looking like an angry black man right now.
I am
Jay.
an angry black man because I'm tired of
Oh,
corporate
and
America.
That's okay in
But
here.
see, but that's
you can't do that
but
out
you know
there,
what?
Jay.
Then that's another thing they get you with too. That's why it's a catch-22 when you working in that environment.
You know what that
the
means, Humvee? I catch 22.
Because the minute you say anything, or you get a little too expressive,
right?
Then HR want to have meetings and shit.
Right.
Oh shit!
It's like,
tell me about it.
Yeah,
tell me about it. He's angry.
I think he's having issues at home or something like that. It's like, no, why can't I just have an expression? Like,
he lost the gang fight.
Like Beverly could be on her side of the fucking cubicle and pound her fist on the goddamn keyboard.
Right.
Because she accidentally deleted a file.
Every day.
Beverly just
every day.
Passionate.
Every day.
She's passionate. He do the shit. Something's wrong.
He's got anger issues. He's got anger issues.
He's highly
And we
perturbed.
think that he's probably going to be the next person to come up to the job and shoot it up, even though more than likely that's Tyler in warehousing, just fed up
and
listening to racist speed metal all day.
That's Trent, who you just fired from his $90,000 a year job.
A black person ain't never won a shop, no job.
It's been like one or two. Some stragglers.
No, I'm about to say, it has happened. It's happened.
But you know what? It's most of the time.
They don't know it.
Because I think that we know how to. We have like this just deep down built in fuck it switch. It's like we'll be mad for that moment, and then you be like, man, fuck it.
Yep.
And then you just go on and it's off to the next thing.
I'm sitting up here talking about money ain't important, but shit, it's the first of the month, baby.
But shout out to these reels, right?
I can't pay my bills off passion and shit, man. I can't. Hey, man, them bill collectors, Kyle, hey, man, I got passion, something else I want to do. Just give me some time. I ain't trying to hear that.
I
got passion.
And I like to live a certain way. There's certain things I like to do. I gotta make money, man.
Yep.
I gotta make money. So I just really needed to talk my shit.
Yeah,
I really am, though, to be real, I really am working on an exit plan.
That's good.
I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to quit my job and just be out here looking crazy. You know, you got to have a plan. So I'm putting together a plan, and I'm also putting together a fuck it fund for that day. I can say kiss my ass. Yeah, I got a nice little bankroll to back that up. So, you know.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Though we should already have that. I don't, but
yep. So you need to start on it.
Yeah,
I've already started on it.
Dope.
I just don't have enough to where I can say fuck it.
What I've realized, me personally, I'm not a company man type. I'm not that dude that's gonna be with the company.
Yeah, you
for
don't
30
look like it,
years
Jay.
and retire.
Yeah, you look like an angry black man.
Maybe I do, but
Yeah, you look pretty stereotypical.
yeah, kiss my ass.
Say stereotypical.
Nah, it's just
But you know what? Your average company it's not built for anybody to be company people no more anyway.
it's not, and that's something else. I'm glad you said that because I think that whole that's dated.
They don't give a
it's dated
because they don't give a
It's
fuck.
different
They
now.
don't give a fuck about any of the employees.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Well,
numbers is the name of the game.
Man, all right. I had a good friend of mine named Robert Williams. He told me something back when I used to slave for the world's largest telecommunications company.
Yep.
He said, until the day that your bosses know you by your name instead of your work ID, your word ain't gonna ever mean shit.
Yep.
And you will never be looked at with any value
I
there.
gotta agree with that one.
Because think about it. If you work somewhere, you know the CEO's name.
Right.
You don't call this nigga Mr. whatever or CEO something. You know his full name.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that motherfucker wouldn't know you from a can of beans if he saw you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or if the first thing he's going to do, if he needs something on you, is pull his work file. Like, you don't know you.
Right. This is true.
But you know who he is. But
I don't want him to know me.
that's how I used to think. But
I can't get away with the stuff I get away with if they know me.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He trying to fly under the radar.
Just basically, if you're doing shit, stay low key so they don't know.
See, and that's another thing because like my productivity is off the charts. Like, yeah, I look a certain way, but my work and my performance cannot be denied. Like, I'm good at what I do, but it's just to a point where, like, man,
But you want to know what's the bad side about that?
What's the bad side about that? DJ confused.
It depends. Your productivity is high, but it's the guy above you taking credit for all of it.
That happened to me. I'm glad you said that because that happened. That happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jay Young and DJ Confused segment of the show.
Right. That happened to me. And I witnessed him doing this shit. I'm like, part of the angry black man wanted to come out right then and there.
You should have let it out.
You ain't say nothing?
I definitely said something. I had to. I'm like, this man is taking credit for hours of my work. Especially shit that is out of my scope of support. Like shit I ain't even supposed to be doing.
So you're like, so you really just gonna sit there and act like you did that?
Right.
Of course.
Right.
In front of the bosses?
In front of the fucking bosses.
In front of the boss.
Come on, man, Ran, you know me my whole life.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I don't give a damn. I get to that, I don't give a damn.
I'm setting this up for the listeners. I already know.
You know, I get to that point, I don't give a damn.
But see, the fucked up thing, though, is if he wouldn't have said nothing, all you would have got afterward is you would have been stuck there with that Kevin Hart, I eat ass face while your supervisor come up to you and give you that good old lockdown pat rub on the shoulder.
Good job.
Thanks, buddy. That's all you would have got, just one
Couldn't
of these.
do it without you.
And then they gonna mash his thumb into your fucking shoulder.
Hey, man.
For real, good job, pal.
Oh, man. Buddy. That's their word.
At this point, we need to move on into these voicemail and emails. Email and voicemail.
Email? Which one we doing first?
I feel a little better.
Good.
I'm going to work tomorrow.
It's only funny for so long that I'm looking at the time.
I'm going to work.
We doing the voicemails first? Are you queued up?
No, I'm not. Are you queued up?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well, let's see
I'm
which
a
one
struggling black man for right now, so I don't have a bedtime.
I do. Like a
Let's see
motherfucker.
which one of us
It's
gets
well
first.
past
Gets there
mine,
first.
man. I'm going to be tired to the bitch in the morning.
Hey, since I ain't been on so many shows while y'all pull this up,
Right.
I'm just gonna find out some filler material. I'm pretty sure y'all have discussed the check-in situation.
No. Yeah.
Y'all never discussed the Tekashi and the check-in shit.
I ain't been in here three weeks.
We didn't have a show last week, so
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, it's been an ongoing thing, and I'm pretty sure listeners out there know. But quick summarization, Tekashi keeps going to city by city, basically saying, I ain't checking in with no OGs. And then, of course, new niggas who have no idea what all of the check-in shit means is like, yeah, why he got to check in? That's some bullshit.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. For the young people that may be listening to the show, the reason why Tekashi is being called out about the shit is, you know, back in the day we had this thing where, like, if you got on records or you constantly saying you too fucking tough for everything, there's people out there that want to see if you as tough as you say you are.
right.
Because I'm pretty sure Talib Kweli don't have to go to no cities
Right.
checking in.
Not at all.
I don't see Will.i.am probably ever having to check in any city. But, you know, if you talking about you the biggest blood and you running New York and shit,
Yep.
I think just about everywhere you go, you're gonna have to check in.
Right.
Yep.
And the check-in is not extortion. Most of the time, it's not about money. It's more of a respect thing
Yeah.
to check in, because that check-in can keep your ass safe when you in that city from all the shit you talking. And somebody can co-sign for the bullshit. Like, man, to me, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting until the news story break out that somebody get a hold of his ass. And then, you know, he came here with the bullshit and got checked by Jay Prince Sons.
Yeah, I seen that.
Do not bark up that tree. That tree will fall on you.
And so you wouldn't believe how they...
They don't know, man. People from out of town be thinking we just scared of a myth. Like, they really think Jay Prince is a myth. You see them black and powder.
Hey, man, my barber, he got to be about 28. Last time I got my hair cut, because he asked me about it. Because he was like, man, confused. He's like, what's up? You know, what's the real thing behind Jay Prince? He was like, you know, I'm younger, so I don't know. And I just told him, I said, look here, man. This nigga Jay Prince then went up against the feds at least twice in court and won. The fucking feds have a 95% conviction rate.
Yep. He
So
bought that
just from that little fact, or that little tidbit, you can do the math on why you shouldn't be fucking around with anything that has the last name Prince.
Right.
Let that man be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, hey, you know, it's like the royal family of England. It's just some shit you ain't gonna question, and it's just gonna be here. Just leave that alone.
Right.
But, you know, for somebody like Tekashi that made, you know, he think he like 20, 21, he don't know no better.
Right.
And, you know, and then it's like you messing with the ignorant son.
Right.
Like,
Oh my
you,
God.
like you're not fucking with Jazz,
Jazz.
the
Yeah,
dude
right.
who's cool. All he want to do is make music and be a producer and shit. Nah, you messing with Junior.
Yeah.
Junior kind of ignorant,
Yeah.
and you come in here with the bullshit. Then you want to say clout chasing and shit. And then we saw you wasn't able to perform nowhere in South by Southwest because you talking that shit.
Talking tough.
And the crazy thing was, like on Instagram, Jay Prince Jr. was still willing to talk to old boy, but
Yep.
shit, he flexed for the gram. It's like, well, shit, okay.
I'm telling you, he gonna be an episode on when keeping it real goes wrong. the sad story of Tekashi 6ix9ine, the artist who used to be. Okay, so look. Okay, so I need some help. Jay, you say the F word.
Fuck.
Okay, cool. So whenever I touch you, you just say the F word
Fuck.
because. Okay, so I typically don't read the emails before, but I read the title of this email, and then I read the email, right? And I'm glad that I did because I wouldn't be able to do this otherwise. The title of the email is "Don't bleep me, please," because so I've been trying not to curse, so I just say bleep, right? So I guess this listener knew that I read the emails.
Let's go.
So they say one word in particular, and that word is
fuck.
Okay, cool. So here you go. Hello there. Yeah, I said it. You guys are too funny. This is Patricia from Virginia. VA all day. And here is my dilemma. My husband's ex-girlfriend asked him to be the godfather of her soon-to-be born son. What in the entire
fuck
is going on? Hold on. Okay, when he first told me, I chuckled. He then sat there and tried to make a case for why he should be able to do it because my son isn't his biological son, so it's not all that different. The
fuck?
How in the
fuck
can he say this to me? My feelings are all over the place. Give me something to laugh at or look at differently before I
fuck
him up. Keep the music reviews coming. Please make some suggestions. And it's the R&B episode like the summer album, the basketball game with DJ the DJ and Humvee, and Detox. Which comes first? Patricia, not Patty in Virginia.
Fuck.
Man,
wow.
I don't know. It sounds like that nigga gonna get fucked up.
Shout out to VA. Shout out to Patricia.
Because you know what?
Not Patty.
He could have had a chance to explain it.
He made
but you
that
know
line.
what? He totally fucked up when he was like, well, shit, your son ain't mine anyway. the nigga lost all ground to be a godfather right there. It's like,
see, that's one of those things you're supposed to think it but not say it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ain't supposed to say that out loud.
You ain't supposed to say that shit out loud.
Just
man.
listening to the email.
God.
Yeah, I said
this was the first time.
No, you weren't supposed to say it.
Out of there,
This is the
man.
first time I've heard a nigga through text reach over and pull the rug from his own goddamn
God.
So I don't think you finna be a godfather involved with any of that shit.
Yeah, man.
So let me get this straight. His ex-girlfriend is having a kid and wants him to be the godfather.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she's not cool with the ex-girlfriend at all.
I don't know. It doesn't say. But what I do know is that he screwed the pooch when he said that your son ain't my son, so it ain't really all that different. That's the wrong thing to say.
Yeah,
you had a chance.
He cheddar bobbed himself with that one.
Did he ever?
God.
Yeah, man.
So she say,
"Oh my God,
that nigga stuck whole foot, calf,
this
he stuck his leg down. I'm trying to tell you, open mouth, insert leg.
Think before you speak. God,
He did not.
damn.
He did not.
You know that shit just came out too. He like,
No,
You know what?
he called himself
wait.
after like.
Is that a Freudian slip?
No, I think he actually thought about it, but he cut his thought off too soon.
He couldn't have thought of it.
Because you don't just. Well, your son ain't. They had to be
Too late,
arguing.
nah.
If
He
they
committed to it.
If they weren't arguing,
the argument
He
started from
committed
that
to
shit.
it.
that was his lead in. That was his.
Yeah.
That's what he thought he had
He was
for.
thinking that,
Yeah.
but he just had to say it because it's the only thing he could get to relate it to her.
Right,
That's what
Hey,
it was.
So he
I've
thought it
seen
through
niggas
before he
stand on
started talking.
stage thinking they telling their best jokes and bombing the hell. So it's the same thing.
So he bombed.
Yeah,
He was bombing.
He bombed that whole.
Gee, Willikers.
That whole conversation right there.
He thought that
That nigga went
This
for
is
the
gonna level-
punchline before the premise and the setup.
he thought this is gonna even a playing field.
Right.
Kill him.
You got a son, and he ain't even mine. So why can't I be the godfather of my? See, he left out the idea that there's nothing that he can actually do with his ex-girlfriend that's gonna be okay.
Right.
That's what happened. He missed that. He had it all thought out.
Yeah,
he
you know,
he
he
missed
did.
that detail.
And you know what it is?
Hey,
This is what I pick up is that he skipped the whole the what takes place in the interim. He automatically went to what happens in the event of her demise, that he takes this child. That he went all the way there. And to me that was a huge mistake. Because so let me, for those who don't know. So the idea of a godparent is you take care of the child in the event that the person passes away, right?
Yeah.
That's part of it, right? Okay, so to me, that's what he went to. He automatically went to the place of him raising this child, which is why he would make the correlation between this person not being his son and this person not being his son, and both being women who he had relationships with.
So he overthought it and undershot it at the
What?
same time.
Right.
Did he ever?
Golly.
Yep.
Well,
He
if
shot
you
for the
want
moon and he hit his foot.
if you want to know,
He shouldn't have said it.
if you want to know what we think about that, you just got an earful. You want something to laugh at? If you don't think it's funny, the rest of us think it's funny. It may not be to you, and it may not be to your boyfriend because he
Totally.
fucked up.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Husband.
My husband's
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend, yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just make sure you're not dwelling on this conversation while you cooking a pot of rice or some shit.
Or milk,
This
or
dude
grits.
was married.
No, is married.
Is married.
Well, Rand probably got the future right.
That was that a Freudian symbol? Was that intentional?
Yeah, this
He's
man
married,
was,
and he
man.
thinks that he can. Oh,
Touche, my nigga. Touche.
tell it, dude. Golly, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what?
It's cold game.
You know, it's certain things I was gonna say I'm not gonna say because that's your husband.
Leave
But-
that nigga.
Patricia.
But boy, if that wasn't your husband,
Patricia, not
because I
that.
don't want you to feel bad, Patricia. I don't want you to feel bad about your decision to say I do with this dude.
Just tell that
Because
nigga.
we could give him a good 10, 15 minutes right now on everything that's wrong. But
Bro.
Yeah.
we're not gonna do that because that wouldn't be
Yeah, man.
Counterproductive.
counterproductive like a motherfucker. What?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, let's go to these voices.
Hold on.
There's
She
more?
got some more. No. Just the last part that because we talked about the first part. She
Oh,
said,
you read
make
it.
some music suggestions. Anybody got any music suggestions?
Well, we
Anything?
don't know her style.
I mean, she didn't say. So she
Check out
asked-
Il Rand's new album. Perspective is everything.
check out the new her album.
Check out her.
I'm gonna look at my title real quick because I was like making a new music playlist.
I guess we're not gonna talk about my album.
No,
today.
we're gonna get to it.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Man, it's time for me to go to bed.
Hey,
like
what's
a
what's the?
No, we ain't.
next week?
We finna
It's
do
called
these voicemails and that's it.
Well, we don't have to do them.
Hers, her.
I just got a text message from DJ asking if we podcasting tonight.
That sent that a long time ago. Listen to Fonte, No News is Good News. Listen to Prime 2. Listen to Sci-Hi the Prince, No Church on Sundays. Listen to Kevin Ross's EP. I can't think of the name of it. Listen to Freudian by Daniel Caesar. Listen to Ology by Gallant. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be better than what I got.
Nipsey
Yeah.
Hussle new album.
Yeah. And there's the R&B episode, like the summer album, and like the basketball game between me and Humvee and Detox by Dr. Dre.
The R&B.
Is it gonna never happen?
The
I thought we
the
did
summer
it.
album is coming.
We ain't never do the R&B episode.
Okay, the R&B episode will come. The summer album, we're
will
gonna
come.
see.
Hey, before we end the music suggestion, I know this is gonna sound left field, but even the shit took me by surprise 'cause I do not listen to gospel. But that Snoop Dogg album,
Jamming. That shit jamming.
it's
It's
really
jamming.
jamming.
It's jamming, man. And he not even on there a lot.
Yeah, it's more like he DJ
Yeah.
Khaled.
Yeah, he
the
Kirk
church
Franklin.
album,
Yeah, it's shit fire.
but it's actually jamming. I was
jamming, man.
I was surprised.
All
Run
right,
voice.
y'all ready for the long ass
Oh, and
voicemail?
what's McCall album name?
Who?
From The Lorraine Hotel?
Killer Cardion.
Killer Cardion.
Yeah, the
Check
Lorraine
it out.
Motel. Yeah.
Yeah, check that out.
Hotel Lorraine.
Hotel Lorraine.
Yeah, whatever.
Goddamn.
You'll find it.
One of my favorite
Put it in
rappers,
Killer
by the way.
Cardion. Cardion,
One of my
Kyleon.
To the last show,
Reese.
I hate that I took all that time with my question, but when I asked my last question, which I'm kind of not surprised because whenever the issue of police brutality is brought up, it's always a one-sided from the black community. So here's the deal. So when I asked the question about, I didn't say anything about hiring practices. I didn't say anything about police being scared. I did not say that.
I did.
What I said was when there is a shooting of an unarmed black man, there's a rally. There was a rally in Sacramento the other night. Black people come together. They are against this. Okay? I did not say drug usage among all cultures. I didn't say race or nothing like that. In the black community, there is a problem with drug culture. It's promoted in our music. You have tons of young kids that would like to sell drugs when they get
I
older.
might have to say something.
So what I spoke about the residual effects of drugs in our community, not anybody else. I'm talking about making black people great. So when young kids become drug dealers, they go to jail. They also have kids before they go to jail. Hence, they grow up without a father in the house. Hence, people go to jail. And it happens over and over and over again. There's a term called recidivism. And the criminal justice system, in and out of prison. That happens because of drug culture in our community. I'm not talking about scared police. I'm saying rallying. The Black Panther movie came out. There were tons of people said they were going to show everybody that black stars can be starred and be the lead guys in a superhero movie. There was a lot of people that came out. Why in the black community there's a bunch of drug selling going on? There are turf wars because of drugs in our community. I'm not talking about white people, black people. I'm not talking about hiring practice of police department. I'm talking about black people.
I know what
and I also find it amazing that anytime somebody critiques the black community, they turn it around and turn it into something else. Like we don't have a problem. We do. That's why you have stuff like Big Brothers and Big Sister program. Because there's a lot of crime going in our community. So my thing is, how can we, as black people, come together and clean up our community? I'm not talking about black people being shot at a different rate than anybody else. It happened. It's not right. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not defending anybody. I'm saying straighten up our community. I'm talking about rappers talking about being Scarface, and then it affected our young black youth. I'm not talking about any of that other stuff you just said. So if you can answer that question, if not, then that's fine. But I'm talking about how drugs affect our community. Our community, black people, nobody else. Not Indian, not Asian, nothing.
Oh, all right. You said you want to get there first?
I'm finna go.
Run it, cut.
Who you want to get it
Run
first?
Okay, so look, I'll say this.
We need
man.
the short answer.
Okay, I don't have no short answer. You have to go to somebody.
I can try to summarize it.
J Young 713. Cause I'm finna go.
I can try to summarize it as best as I can. Okay, first of all, you'll never be able to answer that question without anybody else because there are valid concerns about dope in our community. That does involve everybody else. Rick Ross spent 20 fucking years in jail behind it. It wasn't no conspiracy theory. It was proven to be true that the government was funding the Contras through the crack epidemic. Black people don't, when you talk about our communities and you make it sound way more fucked up than it is, well, shit, we don't have boats and shit. We don't have a network to get that much dope over here. Not blacks, but it's a bunch of people in fucking Colombia and other countries that can get that shit over here. Lindsey Graham actually had a family member 3 years ago that was tied to a boat that got caught with fucking metric tons of cocaine on it.
Right.
This shit it's not conspiracy theories. You know it's not fake shit. So you can't say, what about our communities? And like, it's just our problem. Every damn community has a drug problem.
I think what he was saying was just to focus on doing something for our
if we to focus
where it
on
came from.
Look, if we was to focus on us, I get what he's saying about the music. But this is my thing. As I tell everybody that always wants to make it sound like that music is the end all be all for the black community. What about the people in your life? Like, I've grown up on some of the most violent fucking music, sexist, drug-filled music ever. I'm not a junkie. I don't be fucking at random.
Right. Not a
and I don't have the
misogynist.
urge to kill people on a regular basis.
Your thoughts on this has come up before in a prior conversation, not online.
Oh, okay, but you know what? Anyways, like you know, if we, because some of the other stuff he mentioned in the voicemail, like how he talked about the big brothers, big sisters, because we don't, like he's saying, like we don't have fathers or role models and shit. Once again, every community has this. Like every community has some sort of mentorship program, reaching back. It's just that ours are not highlighted as much as everybody else. I mean, shit, you know, you're only gonna pay attention to what you pay attention to. That's what I look at it as, because I don't see that the black community has these massive problems and we sound so fucking desperate that it's just no end to it.
Right.
That, to me personally, there's an end to it if you want it to be an end to it.
The way I see it is this: is like, unless you listen to other music in the same proportion that you listen to what you call black music, and then don't speak on what you don't know about. Because when you listen to a lot of music from a lot, and I listen to music from everywhere, everybody talks about what it is that they do recreationally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so they talk about drug usage in country music. They talk about in rock and roll. They talk about it even in pop music.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of the Beatles had a song called Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Like, that song is about LSD, literally. Like, it's not figurative. Like, they were literally talking about their drug usage and what they were doing. So that's just part of music, because it's entertainment, and people just like to bring you into what their lives are. So proportionate to black music, like drug culture is celebrated across the world. Again, and I brought this up on the last episode, there's not an opioid crisis in America because of rap music talking about drugs. That's not what's going on. People like to medicate. People like to feel better about what it is that they don't want to have to deal with in their lives, and so they medicate. That's just a fact.
All right.
Whether people who don't listen to rap, medicate. People who do listen to rap, medicate. People who don't listen to music at all. Like, it's countries that do not promote music at all the way that we do here in America, and they medicate on drugs.
Hey,
also, hold on. No,
goddamn,
DJ. Stop it. Listen, you do not grow coca plants in America. They grow in Argentina, Bolivia, Colombia, and Ecuador. Those are all in South America. So there has to be shipped here. Black people do not go to South America to produce coca leaves, to bring it to America to make cocaine, to make crack. And that does not happen.
I think we're going a little bit.
And not only that. No, for real. Not only that.
Look, you can't cut us off, man. Fuck that.
No.
Next email.
No, before we went to fucking Afghanistan and waged war, there was 3,000 acres of poppy to make opium.
Right.
Since we've been there, there's over 300,000 acres of opium in Afghanistan now.
Right.
How did the shit triple by 100 since we've been there? Drugs is the American way. So
that's what we do. We got commercials that tell us what drugs to go to the doctor and ask for.
So you can't basically, like, I get it.
Think about killing yourself.
I feel his passion
usage,
because you want better for our people. Everybody wants better for their people, but motherfuckers like taking drugs. That's it.
Fact.
And it's drugs has been something that has just been here.
Yep.
Period.
It is what it is.
Always be here.
Next voicemail.
Run it.
Pick it up.
Watch, y'all gonna hear from that nigga in like a week.
We hear from him every week.
Oh.
Okay, maybe that one wasn't it.
Thank you, God.
What up, y'all? This is your girl, Courtney from Cali. I got a question. Cardi B, is she gonna be a real artist or is she a fad? Let me know what y'all think.
Oh, Cali hitting us back up.
This is what I think about this. I think that music has become fad-based at this point. Hip-hop has become fad-based.
Yeah.
There's so much that comes and goes. So, I mean, I don't know. I personally, I don't see her sticking around too long. That's just me being real.
Wow.
That's just me being real. I don't see.
She not gonna get a Nicki Minaj
So
run?
she not gonna.
I don't see her getting a 10-year run. I don't.
I'm talking about a 3-album run.
Because the thing about it is music, especially hip hop, it changes so much. It changes so much, and I'm just wondering if she's gonna be able to constantly reinvent herself over time. So that's my thing.
Cartier, Bari, and a Rari.
I feel a little bit different about it. Only because she said when she started rapping that she did it, she wanted the respect. And I mean, when anybody rap, ain't that what damn near every MC demands when they start rapping?
Yep.
If you want respect, you got to write your own raps.
You got to command the crowd.
Nah, I will.
You got to write your own raps.
Move the crowd.
Straight up and down. Straight up and down. If you want to be respected as an MC, you have to write your own shit.
I feel
That's been since day one.
Hold on.
So she don't write.
So should we go
No,
to
she
the
don't.
people? So should we go to the people who don't write their own rap?
But
That's not
No,
what I'm saying.
no.
I'm
We
just
don't
saying.
have to
We
do
talk
that.
about
Are they
Cardi.
respected?
We
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
but
Is Cardi a fad or a rapper? Is
I
she
don't.
real?
I don't believe she a fad.
Okay, but if we even go through the list of people who who don't write their own raps,
They entertainers, man.
it's not like their whole career is being ghostwritten.
That's true.
It's being proven that her whole career is ghostwritten.
Is it
Yes,
the whole thing?
Nah,
everything.
I can't say that. Because,
I'll
like,
say it.
Have you
Everything is
listened to
ghostwritten.
it? Have you listened?
That's your I said it. Moment.
Yes, I said it more.
But have you listened to her first 2 mixtapes?
Yeah, I actually have. I actually have, man.
Huh?
I actually,
No, it's called Gangsta Bitch Music.
Yeah.
I think 1 and 2.
I actually have. Yeah.
Yeah, like I can tell that shit wasn't written or helped. See, all right, this is what I've learned.
Nah, it was some assistance there, and the person who wrote it actually came out and said.
But okay,
He said he did.
But you know what? I have learned over time though, when niggas get mad, they will exaggerate the fuck out of shit because
I've lived through it.
all right, but and this is where the songwriter part gets tricky. Like if you use anything, any type of composition from whatever somebody done said in that studio, if that shit make it to that song, they have to get credit, or else you got a lawsuit on your hands.
Right.
So it's like, who's to say like if it's a bar or 2 or maybe 4 bars out of that 16? It's like we don't know unless somebody just gonna pop up on a YouTube video holding a notebook. Or these days, an iPad.
Okay.
Or phones,
okay.
you know, showing
And for
some
that,
sort of proof.
For that, okay, what happens when the man, what's that shit, man? This motherfucking drink kicking my ass.
Yeah. This shit seemed like a simple enough question before y'all started in.
Hold on, stop. Humvee, what's your answer? Fad or rapper?
She a rapper.
Ill Rain.
I think if she can navigate for a little bit longer.
She got an album coming out this Friday.
Now I'm gonna do numbers like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now I'm finna do numbers.
Initially,
yeah.
If she can navigate through the second album, through that sophomore, she got. Is that what I said?
Sophomore year. Yeah, you said sophomore year. You meant
That's
sophomore.
because you know why? Because it's the morning. Good morning, man.
I like that sophomore year.
You said we'll go back to the morning. It's
Like a
morning.
motherfucker.
Nigga, this
It's
baseball is
morning.
creeping up on y'all. Just so
Hey,
you
man,
know what
but
you
it's morning.
long-winded ass
But you
answers
know what?
y'all
Nah,
got.
this is all your fault. Because when I walked in here,
I said it. I proclaimed it.
I was like, man, I'm gonna talk about acrimony. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go home. Then Rand was like, nah, you ain't been here since the 5th episode.
Yeah.
Like, we need a long episode.
I didn't say an hour and 57 minutes. Let's go.
I didn't say that,
This is the longest y'all said podcast
We
in
should
history.
start starting this bitch at like
Yeah.
7 in the evening.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got to go change my Lipson account information.
Much, man.
Yes, sir.
Gotta upgrade if we gonna be doing these long ass shows.
We gotta start earlier.
The 100th episode gonna be 2.5
Hey
hours.
man, somebody gonna have to pitch in on this.
We gonna start that bitch at 6:30.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Hey, with that being said,
work.
You gonna wrap
where
it
can
up?
they find you on social media?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Next week, y'all gonna hear about perspective is everything.
Yeah, I got a whole write up about this.
I do too.
I'm tearing Rand motherfucking ass up. Nah, I'm just playing Rand. It ain't
DJ Confused, where can they find you on social media, dog?
And Twitter, Instagram, DJ KUNPHUZED.
Confused.
On them haters.
Yes, sir.
And it's spelled phonetically. God damn it, it's not confunzy. It's not confused. It's not confusion. It is confused. That bitch in with a D.
Phonetically mean that it's spelled the way it sounds for those who are verbally challenged.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Jay Young.
You can find me on Twitter, JYoung713. You can find me on Did I say Twitter?
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram, JYoung713.
That's 713 for those who
There you go.
Uninitiated.
Yeah. From the side.
Yeah.
Got diamonds in our mind.
Feel it.
To my.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Already. Get you niggas out of my house.
I just know I don't want to be blamed for this long ass episode.
No, you're not gonna be the blame. I take the blame for the long
It was already
episode.
going there. That's what I was telling you. It was already going
It's
there.
DJ the DJ.
Come on in.
I do not do Facebook.
Because Facebook is for old
Facebook for old people.
You know what? It ain't even for old people. Just real quick, Facebook just show you. No, I'm not finna go on. I'm just finna say the reason why a lot of people just don't fuck with Facebook no more is because that is the platform where you gauge and realize how stupid people are that you know.
I can agree with you.
Form.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna say shit because that could be a whole nother episode in itself.
Yeah,
Just
come back next week
for the Facebook.
for the Facebook episode.
Facebook episode.
Right on.
Go Humvee.
G-Thang Rec. GTHANG REC on Twitter and Instagram. Holla at you young.
Ill Rain. He's so angry. He's so bitter and perturbed. He got to listen to 2 hours and edit.
Nigga, it's 2 episodes.
That's
We
just
gonna make
what
up for
was
missing
about
last
to
week.
We splitting it, huh?
That bitch gonna fade out right at that first hour.
Damn.
Hey, look, no. So what you gotta do is you gotta make a promo. Hey, look, guys, tune in to the next episode. You gotta do that.
Yep.
I might do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah, right before
All
Confused
right.
come on.
You can find me on the IG.
Yep.
As Ill Ran.
Okay.
You can find me on the Facebook.
Right.
Wow.
As Ill Ran.
Okay.
Okay.
You can find me on the Twitter.
Why?
Because I be Twittering.
Oh.
Twitter pated.
As ill_ran_is_bike. And DJ the DJ.
Don't find me. I'll find you.
Oh yeah. Skirt skirt.
You are listening to the One Said Podcast. Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.